You're listening to and watching the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network, powered by Mixler and FloHockey. Now, for the drop of the puck, let's send it back to the broadcast booth and Michael Keeley.
The Mariners and the Lions will get well acquainted this week. 4 games in 5 days. It's the only one here in Portland. The teams will turn around and head north of the border for the rest of the week. Friday night at 7 o'clock at Coliseum Videotron, and then Saturday and Sunday at 3. Your officiating crew, Evan Reddick and Austin Rook are the referees. Shane Canale on the lines. And the other linesman, I am not 100% sure, is number 95, and there are 2 number 95s in the ECHL official rule book. So that is either Sean DeLaue or Riley Hickey. But the linesmen are, or that linesman, different than the one on the sheet. So just making my best guess, but the guys we'll be talking about the most, the referees, Reddick and Rook. We're set to go. Poulin and Lampa will face off. The Mariners in the green sweaters, the Lions in the white. The Lions fighting for their playoff lives. Mariners in, but trying to get home ice advantage. It's shot in towards Brad Arvanitis. Stopped behind the net. Thrown up but not out by Nielsen. Fired from the point, and an early save by Arvanitis. Nielsen will get it to Lampa, who tries to squeeze it up to Perreault, but not out of the zone. Adams Moisan will move it down the left side. Lampa will step in, wheel it out in front of his own net. Tipped off to Perreault. And fed a little too far for Andrew Nielsen, who will make a quick change. 30 seconds in. Martin with the pass that's disrupted. Mariners come across the line with Vidmar, trying to float it towards Lampa. It'll go to Jones, and Jones will hang on. Lampa coming off a big game Sunday, the 6-0 win over the Greensboro Gargoyles. He had 2 goals and an assist. He was the #1 star of the game. Anchoring that second power play unit, as we talked about with Rick Kowalski on the coach's corner. Both units were clicking. The Mariners had 4 and almost 5 power play goals in the game, as there was Lampa's first goal came about a second after the penalty ended. Lions will bank this one over the stick of Zach Massacott down low, and Igor Goryanov, the first one after, to flip it back to the near corner, but Zach Massacott, Quebec native, cuts it off and flips it inside the Trois line. Forced in down low by Hudson and Venuto. Landon Fuller around to Matthias Laferriere. He makes a nice drop pass to Anthony Beauregard. Now on the left wing side, Goryanov. Will be closed off by Massacott, but it's banked to the point by Beauregard. Across here to Emmett Sorensis. Beauregard high slot knocked away, and Hudson trying to turn it around. Hudson gets to center, backhands it inside the line. The Mariners are offside here. Andreev is in the zone. He'll clear now as the Lions have possession of the puck. Fuller back behind the net. We've seen Landon Fuller be willing to drop the gloves. He has had a couple of scraps with Jackson Bellamy this season. Up the right wing side, Isaac Dufort around the aforementioned Bellamy. Poked free in the corner by Robert Cronin. Bellamy finds Ben Allison, tipped up to Zach Jordan, back to Allison. He'll shoot it in on the left side. Jones out of his net. Stops it, feeds it up on the wing. Dufort got it by Cronin to the other side of the ice. Joe Dunlap drops it back. And now it's Jeremy Michaud. Clears to center, cut off by Cronin. Allison quickly back in with Jordan. Jordan left circle, looks in front for Allison. It deflects at the goal line. Allison was trying to swing a backhand back to Cronin in the slot. Right point, Ryan Orgel was attempting to hold it in, but it pops out. Cronin guides it back to Underwood. Dunlap deflected it, but Underwood tracks it down. Banks it outside the line. Bizier shoots it back in. Lions now offside. They'll tag up. Underwood will collect it behind the Mariner net. 2.5 into the opening period. Underwood gets it moving through the middle to Linus Hemstrom. Tip to the Trois line. Deflected away, taken by Ryan McGuire. Off the leg of Ty Cheveldayoff. Martin has it, and he'll go over to Gravel. That hits his skate and comes back to Martin. Martin will drill it ahead across the line. Comes Edouard Charon. Arvanitis gets active but can't clear it out. It's going to come to the left point, now out. And Gravel backtracking to his own blue line. Girard. Nicholas Girard will swing it off. Left side, Gravel. Gains the line, moves it in deep. Owen Gallatin and Charon to the backboards together. It's cleared right out in front, right through Girard and back towards Hunter Jones. Let Gravel swing it all the way up on the wing. Deflected in by Sharon. Lions will change up. Free-flowing action early, not too many whistles. Xander Lampa at center. Pulls back, feeds it off. Perreault tripped up in the neutral zone. No call, but across the line for Massicot. And his shot is kicked out. Massicot's got it again, dealing with a broken stick. That blade of the stick twirls around as the puck hits it. Gallatin makes a move in the right wing circle, now to Perreault. Perreault trying to get to the slot, cuts all the way to the front of the net. Can't get a shot away, but slaps it back to the point. Massicot works it in down low. It's around for Vidmar in the corner. Lampa and Vidmar. Vidmar, bottom of the right circle, back to Lampa. He hit the inside of the post. Back to Massicot at the left point. Backs up and feeds it down low. Perreault's got it now. Perreault zips a pass away from Gallatin and out of the zone. Tipped out by the Lions, back to the Mariner end. Gallatin challenged by DeRusso, goes over top of him. Banked up by Massicot, but given away to Poulin. Down low to DeRusso, trying to spin it out in front, and it's covered by Arvanitis. Well, a good work by that line once again. Lampa, Vidmar, and Perreault who had a lot of good chances and a lot of success on Sunday. Lampa hitting the goalpost from kind of a sharp angle. Face off to the right of Arvanitis. First period presented by LL Bean. Orgel will slap it back around. Jackson Bellamy after it. It's down into the cycle for Gurionov. He's tied up by Andreev. Bellamy over there as well. It'll be popped back to the point. Martin finds Gravel. Gravel looks to the slot, deflected away. Hudson will sweep it out of the zone. Come back to center for Martin, now Gravel. Gravel connects with Beauregard, who turns back at the Trois line and feeds it up to Laferriere, now Gurionov. Diagonal toss right off the carom. Beauregard tried to one-time it on net, and that'll be handled by Arvanitis. Rick Kowalski pretty reliably rotating Arvanitis and Kaplan at this point, and they've both continued to play exceptionally well. Kaplan back-to-back shutouts on the last two Sundays. Arvanitis getting the win his last time out Saturday night, a tighter game, 3-2 win against Greensboro. Mariners played much better Sunday. Puck will be dropped to the left of Arvanitis. About 5 minutes into this opening period. Jackson Bellamy banks this one. It'll go to center. Delayed offside Trois. Puck comes back to Bellamy. Bellamy zips it up the right wing side. Robert Cronin at center. Will wheel it in. Jones out to play it, leaving it there for Seth Bernard Docker. This is his professional debut. Over on the left wing side, Dunlap, his wrister, blocked in the slot, played away to the far boards, and collected out high by Dunlap, trying to swing it in down low. Underwood has it back, feeds it up to Jordan, checked, and back it comes for Underwood. Underwood looks for Ellison, off his stick, right back into the zone come the Lions. Across to the left boards, Bizier swings it down to Dunlap, who tried to take it out of the air. Cronin surrounded in the corner, out to Dunlap, back to Sorensis from the line, juggled by Arvanitis and right into his glove. If you recognize the name Bernard Docker, that's because Seth's older brother plays in the NHL with the Detroit Red Wings. Jacob Bernard Docker. Seth coming out of Bentley. And again, this is his first professional game. Not a big goal scorer there. Very sound defensive defenseman. This puck will come between the Lions point men and outside the line back into their own zone. Fuller tracked by Linus Hemstrom. Sorensis carries to center. McGuire disrupting it there. And it's brought in by Cheveldayoff as Fuller falls. Cheveldayoff drifts a shot wide. Massicot from the left point. This will pop up in the air. It'll come down in behind the net. McGuire run into hard by Sharon. And the Lions will carry it away. Girard will push it into the corner. Estapa and Massicot down there together. Taken by the Lions and fed to the point. Martin lets it rip, tipped just wide. Massicot grabs it off the backboards. Trying to turn away from Estapa, who fishes back in there for it. Massicot using his frame to make it tough on Estapa. At the left point, Gravel, did he hold it? Yes, across to Martin. Tips it down. Guryanov looking for Estapa out high. And good job by McGuire from behind, but Martin got a shot away and hit the glass behind the net. Gravel left point. Down to Poulin. Poulin up near the line. Top of the right circle, turns near the blue line. Gravel backing up left point. Into the middle now for Martin. Hands it off. Adams Moisan looks to the front. It'll come to Adams Moisan back behind the cage. Out in front again. This one taken by Cheveldayoff, but he can't get out of the zone. Massicott plays it behind the net. Poulin took it away. Poulin slipped it out in front all the way to the line and out to center. And now Lampa trying to break away. Lampa cuts in, and a good defensive play by Gravel to get back. Lampa, though, will steal it away again. Down below the goal line, out in front. Score! Lampa took the puck back and set up Jacob Perreault in the slot. And the Mariners off to the lead with 12:36 to go in the first. Stick-to-itiveness by Xander Lampa after getting denied on the breakaway chance by Gravel. Went back to win the battle, and what a shot by Perreault up over the shoulder of Hunter Jones. Perreault with his 13th of the season. So the Mariners, as they've been doing a lot of lately, score first. Drilled in on the left side by Jackson Bellamy. Lampa after this one again on the right boards. Loose for Vidmar, but he overskated it and carried back down the left side by Guryanov. He'll get to it first down low. Orgel trying to take him out. Pushed around by LaFerriere. Shoveled back down low by Sorensis. Fed to the point for Sorensis again. And he lost it. Oh, Perreault almost got away that time. LaFerriere, though, holds it in and then gave it up to Vidmar. Stolen back by LaFerriere, but now Lampa sends it over into the feet of Orgel, and he'll get it moving. Mariners in the middle of a change with 8 minutes gone in the opening period. Shot in by Orgel, stopped by Jones, looks around, whips it up the boards, and tip to center ice. Underwood shoots it back in, takes a funny bounce off a stanchion. Fuller in behind, Sorensis around for Dunlap, and he will clear it through center. Underwood at the Mariner line, all the way up to Hudson on the right, sneaking across the line. Drops it off for Andreev. Stopping on the boards. Chased back to the left point, trying to swing it on net, blocked out by Dunlap. Carry back by Bizier. Bizier puts it in deep. Underwood around for Nielsen, lets it go to the point. Deflected around and grabbed by Andreev. He's after it on the far side, tipping it back to Nielsen. Andreev had a 4-game goal streak stopped on Sunday. Pushed out to center ice for Hudson. He'll get it in deep. Benuto and Gravel tangle down after the puck. Benuto trying to hold it down there till help arrives. Finally, Jordan joins the fray. Benuto still has it tied up with Gravel down there. Let's see how long Evan Reddick will let this one go. It's not moving. Jordan has officially joined the scrum. It hasn't moved since Benuto and Gravel got in there finally. Slides up the boards. Now Cronin trying to push it back down there. Martin will work it around to Gravel, and he'll spin it up to Dunlap. Cross ice pass, knocked down by Girard. He'll carry in by himself, surrounded by green sweaters. Massicott tips it back to Gallatin. Moves it up for Jordan. Pulls back and works it near Massicott. We're nearly halfway through the opening period. Massicott running into Sharon. Nice play by Cronin to find Jordan. A little bit of ice here with Allison. Drops it to Allison. He'll fire a shot. Block. Follow up. Gallatin back in front. Off Cronin's skate. And taken in the corner by Girard. Cronin trying to steal it back. But it's cleared out through center. Sharon finds it. This is offside. Against Trois, we'll take our first break just over the halfway point of the opening period. And Jacob Perreault has the Mariners on top.
At Hebert Construction, building isn't just about bricks and steel. It's about people. For more than 4 generations, we've partnered with Maine communities to create spaces where families, businesses, and futures can grow. Safety comes first, quality shows in every detail, and community is at the heart of everything we do for our customers and for every member of our team. Because when we take care of each other, we build more than buildings, we build trust. Hebert Construction, building value that's verified.
Your new smile begins at Jetport Denture Center in Portland. Licensed denturist Ashley Susie works with each patient's individual situation to create a great denture experience and to restore your confidence to smile again. Whether your existing denture needs repairs or you're new to the denture process, Jetport Denture Center offers a full range of denture options, including digital impressions for certain procedures. Visit JetportDentureCenter.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment today. Jetport Denture Center, where your new smile begins.
Hi, this is Maine Mariners forward Xander Lampa.
Xander lights the Lampa.
And this is the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network, your home for play-by-play action of every game all season long.
Xander Lampa helping set up the opening goal for Jacob Perreault at 7:24. That was the only assist. It's been a good pace in this first period. Not a lot of whistles. We're already halfway through. Shots 5-3 in favor of the Lions. Neutral zone face-off here just outside the blue line of the Mariners. Pulled back to Michaud. And he'll swing it in. Arvanitis stops it coming around the backboards. Bellamy pressured by Estapa. Orgel slaps it around, kept to the left point by Michaud. And that one knocked down by Bellamy, but he can't sweep it out of the zone. Down comes Hemstrom. Behind the goal, Orgel. Estapa all over him. Orgel trying to take it away from Sharon. Comes to the near side corner. Stumbling is Bellamy, but able to recover and feed it up to McGuire. Back to Bellamy. Bellamy settling it now inside the Mariners' end. And zipping it up to Hemstrom down the right side. Hemstrom across the line to McGuire. Michaud took a run at McGuire. Drop back for Bernard Docker. Out to center. DeRusso off his skate. Tipped across the line by the Lions and in down low. Underwood is after it. He'll swing it off a leg off of Adams Moisan in the corner. Cheveldayoff off over there, as is Nielsen. Perreault fanned on it, fired from the line, and scooped up by Brown Arvanitis. 8:52 to go here in the opening period. Mariners with the earliest playoff clinch in team history, clinching with 10 games to go. The only other game tonight in the North, Wheeling at Fort Wayne, so an opportunity there for the Mariners to gain ground with a win and a Wheeling loss. And the Nailers have been just about as hot as the Mariners, which sure isn't a surprise to hear. You'd feel like the Mariners would be in first place with how well they've played, but Wheeling has kept pace, 9-1 in their last 10, just coming off a 3-game sweep of Worcester, but the Mariners do have 2 games in hand. Wheeling does not have an easy schedule the rest of the way. Lampa shoots it in. Jones stops it. Throws it up the middle to DeRusso. Adams Moisan helped it to center. Nielsen takes it back. And finds Xander Lampa. Lampa will squeeze it down. Martin after below the goal line. Off to DeRusso. DeRusso will cut ahead. Left side, Adams Moisan chips it into the corner. Massacott challenging DeRusso, stripped the puck from him. Gallatin and Adams Moisan tangle up, pulled away by Andreev. Andreev to center, left side Hudson. Tried to go back to Andreev, it was blocked, but Hudson's got it again. Over to Massacott. Took a moment to gather it in the right circle, slaps it back behind. And taken away by Beauregard for the Lions. He's their leading scorer with 43 points in 53 games. Down below the goal line along with LaFerriere. He's upended to the line. Sorensis lets a slap shot go. A rebound, Beauregard, and Arvanitis 2 saves. Beauregard to the right point. Fuller lets it rip. Tricky deflection there, and Arvanitis tracks it down. Gurianov going through in front with his head to the sky. Unable to scoop up that rebound, but a couple of good stops in tight for Brad Arvanitis. Arvanitis for a moment was the league leader in save percentage. He got passed by, again, Wheeling's Taylor Gauthier, who played out of his mind against the Railers last weekend. Face-off will be to the left of Arvey. Well, the Lions have 3 times the shots of the Mariners at 9-3. By the way, we are the free game of the week on FloHockey, so if you're listening on Mixer and you'd like to watch this game, you do not need a subscription to watch tonight. Head over to the FloHockey Facebook or X pages as Arvanitis makes another big save there. And check us out. And we say hello to everybody watching on those platforms. Out high for Guryanov. Orgel backhands it off the boards and out of the zone. Fuller is going to spin it back in. Arvanitis will stop it. Around for Massacott, banking it back to Orgel. Orgel right side. Cronin cutting free at center. Flips it on the right wing side to Allison. Turns along the boards and tries to squeeze it down to Jordan. It'll be kicked out through center ice. Underwood and Dufort after it. Tip back in, and that'll send Michaud back down to grab it behind the Lions net. Inside 7 minutes remaining in this opening period. And the Mariners leading 1-0 on a goal by Jacob Perreault at 7:24. Bizier in on the left side. Stops on the boards. Trying to cycle it down. Michaud out high. Gets it over to Bernard Docker. His shot is deflected in front. Dufort had a couple chances. He's tied up by Underwood in behind. Pops out in front. McGuire, a turnover! And the shot by Bizier deflected just wide of the net. Now Dufort stole it away behind the goal. Lions putting some good pressure on. In the right circle. Dunlap is stopped by Arvanitis. Out to center, Hemstrom. And over-skated at the Mariner line, but swatted back out by Nielsen. Cheveldayoff will get it in. And Docker chased back there by McGuire. Dufort will swing it out in front of his own net over to Bizier on the near boards. He'll drop it back. Michaud. Dunlap will drop it. Bizier shoots it, and we've got a penalty coming here. With under 6 to go in the first. It's going to be a Mariner penalty on Ty Cheveldayoff. When we come back, power play for the Lions. But it's the Mariners leading 1-0.
Do you think a great career has to come at the expense of a mountain of debt? Think again. The Driver Apprentice Program at Casella Waste Systems is offering debt-free careers to qualified candidates interested in becoming a CDL driver. Casella pays the full cost of CDL school and training, and their graduates have a 100% pass rate for the CDL exam. Casella offers great pay with regular merit increases, bonuses, benefits, and advancement opportunities. To learn more, visit casella.com/careers or text CASELLA to 97211 today.
At Hebert Construction, building isn't just about bricks and steel. It's about people. For more than 4 generations, we've partnered with Maine communities to create spaces where families, businesses, and futures can grow. Safety comes first, quality shows in every detail, and community is at the heart of everything we do for our customers and for every member of our team. Because when we take care of each other, we build more than buildings, we build trust. Hebert Construction, building value that's verified.
This is forward Robert Cronin, and you're tuned into the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network. Let's send it back to Michael Keeley in the press box.
Ty Cheveldayoff off to the box. The first penalty of the game is holding. And the Lions get the power play. Trois-Rivieres, the last couple minutes, really putting the heat on. 13-3 now. They are out shooting Maine. And they will go to the man advantage. 16th in the league at 18.1%. The Lions power play. The Mariners kill is 4th in the league at 84.8. And they're 18 for the last 18. And over the last 14 games, 38 for 40. Big part of their success. Charles Martin at center, turns and feeds it back. Andreev trying to poke it free. Eventually he did, and Massacott will shoot it right back down. And this penalty kill brought to you by InsureCom Restoration. When things go wrong, we'll make them right. Charles Martin winding out of the Lions zone. And he's going to turn it over to Sebastian Vidmar, and he'll play it all the way back, but he gave it up. And Adams Moisan is in with a slapper, and he rips it wide. And out of play it goes. So consecutive turnovers there. The Lions giving the puck to Vidmar, and then Vidmar in turn giving it to Adams Moisan. So both teams with a little bit of mistake. Neither pays for it. Face off back in the Mariner zone with 11:25, or with a 1:25, excuse me, to go in the penalty. 5:12 left in the first. Face off to the left of Arvey. And Beauregard will get tossed out of the faceoff. That'll bring in Adams Moisan. At the first 2 years as a pro with the Mariners, 2018 to 2020. Back at the right point, and Vidmar disrupting this one, clearing it down right off of Adams Moisan, who is heading to the bench for a new stick. And that'll be taken back by Trois with Adams Moisan behind the net, chased around by Lampa. Dropped off for LaFerriere and tipped off to Dufort. Isaac Dufort with a minute to go in the penalty. Sends it on the right wing side to Adams Moisan. Another broken stick involved on the ice right now. Gallatin took it away but couldn't clear it out. Beauregard, slap pass in front for Dufort, and Arvanitis, another save. He has now made 14 here in the first period. Tracking that slap pass from Beauregard, who was trying to get Dufort. We had Mariners goaltending coach Freddie Quisgard on the Coaches Show last week and asked him what the biggest difference had been this year that has turned Arvanitis into one of the league's best goaltenders, and he said that it was just his calmness in net. I think plays like that are very representative of what he's talking about. 50 seconds to go in the penalty. Lions control again up at the point. Gravel to the top of the right circle. Dunlap. DeRusso left circle. His shot will sail wide. Gravel hustling over there to hold the point. Tipping it to Dunlap again. Back to Gravel. Cedric DeRusso. Out high. Gravel uses his skate to knock it down. Back to DeRusso. Bottom of the left circle. Sends it up top. Dunlap. And that one is floated wide. Looking for a deflection again. DeRusso around for Dunlap. Out to the right circle, taken away briefly by Andrea, but held up top. DeRusso, left circle again. Down low off the stick of Girard to the far side. Girard's got it again, trying to bank it out in front. Mariners don't clear it. Dunlap fires, blocked in front by Gallatin, and now taken by Andreev, and he will flip it out of the zone. And the Mariners return to full strength. Lions with a lot of possession there, but a good job of the Mariners to get through it. DeRusso back in, drop pass, Bizier, and that one gloved by Arvanitis. Save number 15 here in the first. 3:34 to go in period one. The Mariners leading 1-0.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
Mariners busting out of the defensive zone down the right wing side. Cronin will send it in towards Jones. Jones will hang on to it. My mistake there. I thought we were going to media timeout. Didn't realize we had already taken both of our media timeouts. It's been a fast-moving first period, and we are down to 3:23. Faceoff will be in the Lions' end to the left of Jones. Ben Allison with his first Mariners point, and then had actually two of them on Sunday with a goal and an assist. Cronin unable to win this faceoff as Sorenses tips it back. Out through center it goes. And let's see if this is icing. It'll be short as it's grabbed by Underwood and left off behind the net. Nielsen checked. Puck out high, taken away by Cronin. Cronin on the right wing side. He'll move it in down low. Fuller chased by Allison. Cronin trying to cut it off on the wall again. Wins a battle against Sorenses. Sends it to Allison right in the slot. Took the shot. Pad save by Jones, who hasn't been tested in a while. Gallatin from the line. Redirect attempt by Jordan. Couldn't get a stick on it. Estapa clears the zone. Massacott over to Gallatin. Gallatin trying to get it moving back into the zone. Jordan looking to split right through. Jones makes the save. Swats it off to the side and pushed it right off his defender. Lions with a cross-ice pass. LaFerriere springs Gurionov. Pulls up, fires, kicked out by Arvanitis. Back to the point. Martin. Long shot, easily sticked aside by Brad. Cycled down by Bernard Docker. Below the goal line, Gallatin run into by LaFerriere. Knocked away and taken by Robert Cronin. He will send a high bank outside or inside the Lions line. Perreault trying to strip it away from Bernard Docker. Clears back to center. LaFerriere will shoot it in. And it'll be grabbed by Ryan Orgel behind the Mariner net. Poked it around for Xander Lampa with 2 minutes to play in the period. Lampa carries across the Lions line, right wing side, trying to backhand a pass that hits a Lion and is out up the right wing side for Dunlap. Trying to speed around Bellamy. Bellamy slowed him up. Orgel reaching in, right along the goal line. Lampa spinning away from Dunlap. Dufort putting on the pressure now. Lampa finds Vidmar for help and off for Orgel. Orgel will clear the zone inside the Trois line, and this will have enough on it for our first icing of the game, which is presented by D&G Machine Products. To apply for exciting career opportunities in CNC machining and welding, go to dgmachine.com. Well, the Mariners got to wake up a bit here. They got the first goal, which is still holding up, but it's been all Lions since then, out shooting Maine 15-5. If not for Brad Arvanitis, at worst this game would be, or at best this game would be tied. As it is, the Mariners still in the lead. But you don't want to rely on him as much as the Mariners have in this period. As Dunlap out high, shoots it deflected slowly in front, and Bizier going to the net, wrapped up a bit with Xander Lampa. And they will be separated quickly and without much issue behind the net. This is the 10th meeting of 14 in the season series, and the Mariners are 6-3. They are 4-1 here at home, and 2-3 in Trois-Rivieres. This is the last meeting of the season between the teams here in Maine. Off the draw, the shot by Dunlap is blocked. Nielsen will tip it back to Underwood behind the net. Bizier trying to take it away from him. Tracked by Andreev. Back to the line it comes. Gravel swings it over to Martin. Trying to shake away from Hudson. It is cleared to the line. Kept in by Gravel. Backs up and fires off Nielsen. Underwood will swing it around to Nielsen. And he will find Andreev. Andreev a turnover. Dunlap hands it off. Right circle. Bizier looking back down to Dunlap. Deflected by Underwood. Played back up to Gravel. Blocked by Nielsen, or by Venuto. Inside the last minute here as Dunlap moves below the goal line. Dunlap looks around for Dufort. Down to Dunlap. Back of the goal as Underwood ties up Bizier. Venuto trying to kick it out of there. Along with Hudson, slapped into the middle. Martin out high. His wrist shot deflected to the corner. 30 seconds to go in the period. The Lions keep the pressure on. Finally, Nielsen steps in to take it away and gets it up to Hudson. Floated across for Andreev. Gains the line, pulls up, tries to stuff it down low. Taken away by Gravel. Yet another broken stick on the ice. 10 seconds to play. Gravel's got to get it moving if the Lions are going to get one more shot off. DeRusso will speed down the left. Long wrister blocked by Gallatin right to Underwood. And that is the end of the opening period. Well, I'm not sure the Mariners deserve to have the lead, but they do. Jacob Perreault scored the only goal of that first 20 at 7:24, but then it was a shooting gallery for the Lions on Brad Arvanitis, who had to face 16 shots in that period, but he stopped them all. And for the Mariners, they are going to have some things to work on in between periods. It's nice to have the lead, but certainly being outplayed overall in that first period by the Lions. We will hang on here and check in with Zach Tolkinen, get his thoughts in just a moment. That's the thing about this Mariners team, though, throughout this run, winners of 17 of 19. Even in games they have not played well, they have found a way to win. And in the case of that first period, did not play well, but find a way to have the lead. Only penalty that period went to Ty Cheveldayoff. Mariners were able to kill that off, and now here's Haley with Tolks.
Who's with assistant coach Zach Tolkinen for the Atlantic Limousine Coaches Corner.
All right, Tolks, talk to me now that we've officially clinched. We got our eyes on home ice advantage. How do we keep working toward that goal?
Yeah, nothing changes for us, right? We're trying to hunt down Wheeling, who's ahead of us, and all these teams that we're playing are trying to hunt us down too, right? So it's the same thing, so nothing changes.
Absolutely. Now, with that being said, what is your message going to be to the team after that period?
Yeah, we got to clean some things up. We got to put a few more pucks to the net there. He needs to seal a bit more rubber, and we got to make sure we're taking away his eyes.
Absolutely, Tolks. Thank you.
Thanks to Haley and Zach Tolkinen. And yeah, just too much time spent in their own zone in that period and not enough time spent putting pressure on Hunter Jones. But they did get one puck behind him. That was Jacob Perreault at 7:24, and so it is the Mariners leading 1-0 at the end of one. We'll take a timeout, come back with your first intermission report right after this. You're listening to and watching the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 38th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2026 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2026 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
Are you a CDL driver or diesel technician looking for a consistent work schedule, great pay, and outstanding benefits? Casella Waste Systems is looking for you. The drivers and technicians at Casella participate in a career pathways program that offers exceptional advancement opportunity, regular merit increases, and safety bonus incentives. Career advancement, competitive pay, great benefits, and an exceptional work-life balance. What more could you ask for? Become a driver or technician at Casella. Visit casella.com/careers or text CASELLA to 97211 to apply today.
Hello, friends. Let's be honest. Every business says they're better, but the ones that earn the prestigious BBB seal back it up. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And it instantly identifies reputable businesses you can trust. So look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. That's bbb.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, who wants to play skee-ball? You, sir, in the cargo shorts and Hawaiian shirt.
Me?
Step up here and play Tri-State Skee-Ball from the Maine Lottery.
Okay.
Just scratch, match, and you could win up to $30,000 instantly.
Wow.
If you like getting a little more, enter your non-winning tickets into the Reward Me Club for a chance to win up to $25,000 in the Tri-State Skee-Ball event in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.
I'll play.
Right this way and play today. Keep it fun. Play responsibly.
When you bank with Bath Savings, we keep your money here in Maine, where our Neighbor to Neighbor program helps neighbors buy homes, entrepreneurs start businesses, and nonprofits make a difference. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank. Member FDIC.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way.
Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub clean.
Scrub-a-Dub's unlimited car wash plan lets you wash anytime for one low monthly price, starting at only $9.99 a month. Wash every day or every week. Your car will always be Scrub-a-Dub clean.
Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub clean.
Do you think a great career has to come at the expense of a mountain of debt? Think again. The Driver Apprentice Program at Casella Waste Systems is offering debt-free careers to qualified candidates interested in becoming a CDL driver. Casella pays the full cost of CDL school and training, and their graduates have a 100% pass rate for the CDL exam. Casella offers great pay with regular merit increases, bonuses, benefits, and advancement opportunities. To learn more, visit casella.com/careers or text CASELLA to 97211 today.
The newest trend in denture care is digital impressions. In keeping with that trend, Jetport Denture Center in Portland is excited to offer digital impressions for select procedures. This method eliminates the sticky goo in your mouth that was previously used to make a denture impression. Plus, you'll have fewer appointments, and the digital impression technique ensures that your denture is made with incredible accuracy. Visit JetportDentureCenter.com to schedule an appointment. Jetport Denture Center, where your new smile begins.
Attention Mariners fans, if you're saving for a first car, buying your dream home or planning your next adventure, Evergreen Credit Union has your back. Enjoy their lineup of financial products and tools, locally rooted with world-class service. Evergreen delivers hometown care with hard-hitting expertise. With great rates that'll make your wallet cheer louder than the crowd, why go anywhere else? Start with the credit union that plays to win. Evergreen Credit Union. Visit egcu.org today. That's egcu.org. Evergreen Credit Union, the official credit union of the Maine Mariners, serving all southern Maine.
You're listening to and watching the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network. It's time for the Intermission Report for your period recap, analysis, out-of-town scores, and more. Here, once again, is Michael Keeley.
At the end of one period of play, the Mariners lead the Trois-Rivieres Lions 1-0. We welcome you back to the Cross Insurance Arena for our first intermission report. Michael Keeley alongside, and boy, it didn't feel like the Mariners deserved to be in the lead after the period that they played, but they have it thanks to Jacob Perreault's goal at 7:24. The Mariners' time in the offensive zone was few and far between in that first period, but they took advantage in this case. And Xander Lampa was really the star of this play. He tried to cut up the middle on a breakaway. It was a pretty good defensive play by Jake Ravel of the Lions, but then Lampa went down to take the puck back and set up Perreault for his 13th of the year. And out to center, and now Lampa trying to break away. Lampa cuts in, and a good defensive play by Gravel to get back. Lampa, though, will steal it away again. Down below the goal line, out in front. Score! Lampa took the puck back and set up Jacob Perreault in the slot. And the Mariners off to the lead with 12:36 to go in the first. Lampa the only helper on Perreault's 13th at 7:24. From there, the period belonged to Brad Arvanitis. They actually tacked on an additional Lion shot. 17 Trois-Rivieres shots in that first period, and Brad stopped them all. The Mariners also had to kill off a penalty. Ty Cheveldayoff about midway through that period went off for holding. Mariners able to kill it off, extending their PK streak to 19 in a row. But as you heard Zach Tolkinen say, definitely improvements to be made in the second. Got to have the puck more, got to put more pucks at Hunter Jones. And we'll see if the Mariners can do that, because they certainly can't play as much in their own end as they did in the first the rest of the way if they expect to win this hockey game. We'll run around your out-of-town scores when we return on our first intermission report here from the Cross Insurance Arena. The Mariners leading the Lions 1-0. And this is the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network.
The other driver totaled my new truck and left me pretty seriously injured.
Injured in an accident? Call Maine's most recognized personal injury law firm.
As soon as I spoke with Joe Bornstein's office, I felt protected and safe.
The law offices of Joe Bornstein, fighting and winning for injured Mainers for over 50 years. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
There's a reason they were voted best lawyers. I'd recommend Joe Bornstein's office to anyone who's been in an accident.
Over 25,000 victories for injured Mainers.
The best part about it was there was no fee until I won. I knew calling Joe was the right decision.
Call nights, call weekends, call Joe anytime for a free case evaluation. The law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call and talk to them. It's free. Give them a chance to tell you what they can do for you.
Injured in an accident? Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com. Accidents happen. To be our specialty.
At M&T Bank, building strong connections with our customers is a top priority, just as we did with Ryan, the president and owner of Mainline Fence.
Everybody at the bank knows everybody here by name pretty much. We are there at least 3 times a week, either for check deposits or notarizations, which is nice to have a local branch that can help us with those. They're there for all our needs.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together. Member FDIC.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
Today's the day, it's once a year. A check for me, 'cause I'm a millionaire. A brand new game, Millionaire for Life. A $5 ticket was the winning prize. You love the odds, it's so easy to play. A chance to win every single day. Today's the day. Let's celebrate. Millionaire for Life by the Maine Lottery. A chance to win $1 million every year for life. Keep it fun, play responsibly.
Are you tired of renting? Feeling overwhelmed by today's real estate market? At the Moulton Group Real Estate Brokering and Appraising, we get it, and we're here to help. As a locally owned and operated company, we guide you every step of the way, making the process of buying your dream home simple and stress-free. Thinking of selling? We consistently deliver top dollar for our listings, and we'll do the same for you. Interested in investing but don't know where to start? We've got you covered there too. Let's talk today. Call 207-318-4423 or follow us on Facebook to learn more. One nothing, the Mariners leading the Trois-Rivieres Lions as we wind down our first intermission. And let's check around professional hockey on this Wednesday night. As we mentioned, there's only one other game happening that impacts the North Division. That's Wheeling at Fort Wayne. So the Mariners, big fans of the Fort Wayne Comets tonight as they enter play 6 points behind Wheeling. But the Nailers lead 1-0 in the first period, about 6 minutes in. Toledo and Indy tied up at 1. That game is at the end of 1. Coming up at 9:05, Tulsa is at Rapid City. 9:10, Kansas City at Idaho. Wichita, Utah, also 9:10. Cincinnati at Tahoe, the final game of the night at 10:10. Providence in action tonight at Utica. Brooklyn Kalmakov playing once again. Still seeking his first point of the season. Scoreless at the end of 1. Shots are 8-7 in favor of Providence. Bruins not playing tonight. They'll be at Florida tomorrow. Only 3 games around the NHL. None of them in progress. Canucks at Avalanche 8:30. Blues at Kings at 9. And the Ducks and the Sharks at 9 as well. Well, the Mariners looking to pick things up in the second period. Happy to have the lead, of course, which always improves everyone's mood in the locker room. But I think those Mariners know they have a lot more to give there in the second and the third, and they're going to need to be much better if they want to come away with 2 points tonight and continue to move closer to that home ice advantage, which they covet oh so much when the postseason begins in just a couple of weeks. Second period action is next from the Cross Insurance Arena, and this is the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way.
Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub-clean. Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub-clean.
Scrub-a-Dub's unlimited car wash plan lets you wash anytime for one low monthly price. Park under a dozen pigeons. We don't care how you get it dirty. Wash every day or every week. Your car will always be Scrub-a-Dub clean.
Anytime, anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub-clean.
Join today. Unlimited car washes at any Scrub-a-Dub starting at only $9.99 a month. Clean, fast, fun since 1966.
As many times as you like it, scrub-a-dub.
You'll feel great and you'll love it.
Anytime's a good time to be scrub-a-dub clean.
At NBT Bank, we know that life's biggest milestones start with everyday moments. Like a family gathering starts with coffee on a first date. Buying your dream home starts with opening a savings account. And growing a successful business starts with a single deposit. Because no matter how unforgettable the extraordinary days are, there's a lot of everyday banking that leads up to them. NBT Bank, it starts here.
IBEW Local 567 and Nika Boston are looking for the best electricians and electrical contractors. If you're an electrician or an electrical contractor, we are very excited to speak with you. We offer the best training, the best benefits package, a sign-on bonus, and much more. If interested, please call John at 207-786-9770.
You can create a winning image for your team and keep your employees safe and productive with UniFirst. Every UniFirst uniform program includes comfortable workwear and exceptional service. UniFirst also has all the facility and safety products you need to help keep your workplace clean and your customers happy. At UniFirst, we always deliver because you always deliver. Visit us at unifirst.com.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into paper airplanes headed to See Ya Never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, the best 5G network has you covered with the most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metric True Score report dated 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
Smiling, chewing, and speaking. Things we take for granted until our teeth and mouth are compromised. At Jetport Denture Center in Portland, licensed denturist Ashley Susie personally handcrafts each denture with the highest quality materials, restoring your confidence to smile, enjoy the foods you love again, and join conversations without feeling embarrassed. Featuring a wide range of personalized denture options, including digital impressions which streamline the process, it'll be worth the drive to Jetport Denture Center in Portland for all your denture care. Visit jetportdenturecenter.com.
Hey, this is forward Jacob Perot for your Maine Mariners.
What a play by Perot!
And you're tuned into the Mariners Broadcast Network, powered by Mixler and FloHockey.
We are set for the second period, and that man that you just heard from, Jacob Perot, has the only goal of this game. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday night, and a special welcome to everybody watching on the FloHockey free game of the week, as we are streaming on Facebook, X, and a number of other platforms. So if you're a first-time visitor to the Mariners Broadcast Network, we invite you certainly to sign up for a FloHockey subscription, as the Mariners are primed for the playoffs. The only question is, well, there are two questions. One, who will they play? And two, will they be hosting a playoff series for the first time in their team history? They made the postseason every year from 2022 to 2024, but all three seasons were the lower seed. 2022 lost in 6 to Reading, exact same fate in 2023, and then most recently 2024, a 7-game series, losing ultimately to Adirondack. And ironically, it seems like those two teams, one of them will be the opponent this year in the North Division semifinals. Currently, Reading is the 3 seed as they jumped Adirondack on Sunday, but that could certainly flip-flop, and the Mariners, of course, hope they can end up number 1. Wheeling, obviously a real tough team right now to try to gain ground on, but Mariners just doing what they can to win as many games of the final 10 as they can. As we begin the second period, and Poulin's stick breaks right off the face-off. That was a trend in the first. There were sticks littering the ice frequently throughout the frame, and not sure if there's anything particular to blame for that, but apparently we're going to get more of the same in the second, if that's any indication. Shot into the Mariners zone, Nielsen reaching in there. Poulin right circle and testing Arvanitis early. Makes another stop. Left wall, Lions trying to toss it to the front of the net. It's going to be blocked out to center. Racing down the ice, Perot trying to get to this one, and it's going to force a cover by Hunter Jones. It's just outskated Anthony Poulin there, and they have a little chat back at center ice, or as they head towards center ice. Perot just kind of tapped his stick at Jones very harmlessly. Poulin just letting him know he didn't approve of that. And so face-off coming up here to Jones left. Hunter Jones on an AHL contract with the Laval Rocket, as is his backup Benjamin Gaudreau. Gaudreau's just had dreadful luck against the Mariners this year, to the tune of a 0-3 record and a goals against average of nearly 5. Jones has had better success, 3-2, 2.57 goals against average and a 914 save percentage, but those numbers are worse than his overall numbers. The Mariners have gotten to him a couple of times, but he's definitely the clear number 1 on this team. Laferriere, rink-wide pass, carried on the left by Girard. He'll pull up top of the zone. Fuller now. His wrister, and Arvanitis will swallow that one up. Face-off will be in the Mariners zone. To the left of Arvanitis. Our second period is presented by Manlaw. Typical Wednesday night crowd here at the Cross Insurance Arena. Wicked Wednesday, and we'll have 3 consecutive Wednesday nights home against Adirondack next Wednesday, and then the home finale the Wednesday after that. And that's April 15th against Worcester. This game was originally not on the schedule either, but it got added after the rescheduling of the strike games. The final game of the season will actually be at Trois-Rivieres on Saturday, April 18th. So the Mariners have, including this game, 5 of their final 10, half of their games against the Lions to finish the season. Here's Jacob Hudson back in the Mariner line, over to Zach Massicott. Up for Max Andreev, deflected it across the line, glove down by Sorensis. He'll get to the red line and he'll shoot it in. Arbonitis out to stop it, or looking around for Massicott. Taken by Venuto up the boards. Cleared ahead for Hudson. Hudson will gain the line, pulling up and trying to send it down to Venuto. Back below the goal line, reaching in there is Max Andreev. Andreev pushed over by Bernard Docker. It squirts loose up the boards for Bellamy. Banked off Sorensis, off of Guryanov, and Venuto trying to capitalize on that. Andreev in as well. Andreev pushed by Guryanov, and Beauregard will drop it back. Here's Bernard Docker. Back behind the goal to Bernard Docker, hanging on to it. Both teams making some changes here. 2 minutes into the second period. He will pick up speed now. Right wing side, carving around Cronin and shooting it in. Arvanitis slows it down, pushed up by Orgel, trying to get it by Dufort. Back down low for Bellamy. Stretches it out off Cronin. Cronin trying to keep it moving north. Offside here is called against the Mariners, although I don't know that they ever touched the puck, but offside called nonetheless. Trois-Rivieres has just one win in their last 7 games. 1-3-3. Prior to that, they had won 11 of 15, which had put them in kind of back into the playoff conversation at that point. Again, the defending Kelly Cup champions not making the playoffs the next year is rare. It's been over 10 years since that's happened. Bellamy shoots this back in, and it bounces off the boards and right on a play. Weird bounce there. And to that end, when you looked at the original schedule and you saw all these Trois-Rivieres games in April, you kind of were concerned that the Mariners would have a tough time facing the defending champs with important points on the line, but the way it's panned out, the Lions haven't had as strong of a season. Cross-ice pass to Dunlap, taken away by Bellamy. Allison now clears it ahead, looking for Jordan. High sticked by Martin, but Jordan plays it, so we're allowed to continue. Allison high slot, trying to move around. Martin does, moves in, couldn't get the shot off, and it's flipped out by Trois. And you see once again the skill of Ben Allison on display there. Arvanitis gets it out to center. Lions have to wait to come back in. Orgel pushing at Dufort. Cronin in to help out his defense. Slips it back to Bellamy now. He'll get it moving. A lot of room here for Orgel to carry down the right side. Orgel works around Martin down at the goal line. In behind, wraparound attempt right in near the goal line. Ooh, they might take a look at this one. Covered at the right post by Hunter Jones, but his pad was kind of near the goal line there. Orgel initially said something to the referee. I guess they're not going to take a look. Orgel trying to go for the wraparound. He has scored on Sunday. His first goal of the season. Close call. Mariners winning the faceoff. Here's Underwood tipping it off to Nielsen. Nielsen from the left point. Shot is blocked and stolen out high. McGuire spins it wide of the net. Cheveldayoff banks it back around to McGuire. Right boards. Fans in the pass and then gets roughed up by Michaud. Lions clear it down, but no icing as Estapa is there first. Ooh, another big hit as Underwood sent flying by Sharon. But the Mariners carry it out. Nice move there by Hemstrom. He'll tip it in down low. Bernard Docker around for Girard. Up the boards, Massicott looking to hold it in there, stepped in front of and carried away by Sharon. Sharon gaining the line, spinning on Gallatin, getting it in deep. Gallatin steps in front and it squirts right into the Mariner crease and is covered there by Arvanitis. So a much slower start to the second period. The first period, we had a shortage of whistles going. We had about maybe 3 or 4 whistles in the whole period. Lions have had a lot of roster movement. They've had a number of players depart for Europe or retirement. You know, key losses in the offseason as well, none bigger than the reigning Kelly Cup playoff MVP, Luke Kavlin, who's now a member of the Maine Mariners, of course. Martin shoots it into Arvanitis from the wall. Easy save there. But remember, they had the Cormier brothers. Both of them are playing over in Europe now. Joel Teasdale, the one-time NHLer, he's gone. Tyler Hyland retiring. Wyatt McLeod, key defenseman. Jacob Paquette is currently out with an injury. Israel Manscom out as well. 2 of those guys are affiliate players for the Lions. Here's Gallatin pulling out of the Mariner zone. Lampa left side. Gains the line. Gallatin trying to activate. Lampa holds it right at the blue. Long backhander. Blocked down in front. Big rebound. Vidmar smoked it over the net. Martin in behind will smack it around. Gallatin holds it at the right point. Gallatin down for Vidmar. Left point. Massicott. He'll intentionally shoot it wide. Lampa looking for the carom. He was tied up, but Perreault arrives. Perreault winding out near the point. Down to a knee, got into the slot. Vidmar holding, shooting, off the arm, the rebound. Lampa off the pad of Jones on the stuff attempt. Vidmar's going to win it back again. Vidmar will float it out high. Gallatin to Lampa. Quick trigger toward the net, blocked off by Gravel, and Gravel will be able to clear the zone. Up for DeRusso, he'll spin it in. So it's that Lampa, Vidmar, Perreault line again, which produced the first goal of the game. And more good scoring chances there as we're now 5 minutes into the second period. Gallatin on it behind the Mariner net. Andreev looking for the pass up the middle. He takes it, and he speeds into the zone. Takes it wide, trying to drive right in. Got the shot away. Jones trying to cover, still loose in front. Venuto robbed. Puck still loose. Back down below the goal line. Sorensis took it up the boards. Orgel trying to keep it in there. Pushed past his glove, and now LaFerriere the other way for Trois. Bellamy able to take him out. Andreev trying to push it back out of the neutral zone. Guryanov in the left circle. Orgel spun it free. Up to the point, kept in by Sorensis. Landon Fuller out high. Can't get the shot through. Venuto knocks it down. He'll look to come back. Off to Andreev again. Looking to slip it into Venuto. Back to Andreev. Right in the slot. Bellamy trying to make a pass instead of shooting. And maybe one too many. Orgel took it back in the neutral zone and shoots it in. And quickly on it is Allison. Allison dropping it off. Glove by Cronin. Back down to Allison. Back of the net. Allison to Cronin. Cronin turning, centering, trying to get it to Jordan as the Mariners are finding their game a bit here offensively. Nielsen back through to Cronin again. Cronin with Jordan in on the right. The wrister just over the shoulder and the net. Hunter Jones might have gotten a piece of that. Nielsen inadvertently kept it in. He didn't realize it. Now right wing side pushed in deep by Jordan, who gets checked into the Mariners bench head over heels. Trying to get back onto the ice and actually could be replaced by Linus Hemstrom. Out to center, and play is called. And are they going to get the Mariners for too many men here? They're talking it over. Let's see. We have a media break, but I'm just trying to hang on to see if they're calling a penalty. We'll sort it out when we return. 13:37 to go in the second. It's still 1-0 Maine.
Your new smile begins at Jetport Denture Center in Portland. Licensed denturist Ashley Susie works with each patient's individual situation to create a great denture experience and to restore your confidence to smile again. Whether your existing denture needs repairs or you're new to the denture process, Jetport Denture Center offers a full range of denture options, including digital impressions for certain procedures. Visit JetportDentureCenter.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment today. Jetport Denture Center, where your new smile begins.
Here's a business looking for a customer.
Hi there.
Here's a customer looking for a business.
Hi.
And that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. The BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. That's why 2023 IABBB research found 80% of people choose BBB accredited businesses over non-accredited ones with the same A+ letter rating. Live happily, better after. Always look for the sign of a better business because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Zach Mascott, defenseman for your Maine Mariners, and you're tuned in to the Mariners Broadcast Network powered by MixLR and FloHockey.
No penalties called on the play, so I guess the puck maybe just went out of play. The Mariners lead 1-0, and there's big hits thrown by the Lions in this period. But the Mariners doing a little bit more offensively the last couple of shifts. Good news, good signs there. Real good opportunities. Jackson Bellamy passed up a shot in the slot, trying to make an additional pass to Jacob Hudson. I think if he could do it again, he would probably shoot it. Shots are 20-10 in favor of Trois. 5-3 Mariners in the period so far, as we played 6.5. Nielsen snaps it up to Linus Hemstrom. Hemstrom trying to make a backhand feed. It kind of slid off his stick and pushed back down low and grabbed by Underwood. Underwood looking for Hemstrom. Cheveldayoff ahead. Here's McGuire. McGuire carries in right wing side, works his way around Mishaw down in the corner and knocking down Bernard Docker. Pulled out by Cheveldayoff. Back to the line. Gallatin, long wrist shot, blocked in the slot. Hemstrom trying to slap at it. Bernard Docker's got it again. Off the glass and out of the zone and out of play, but definitely hit the glass. They'll bring the faceoff back into the Lions' end. 12:54 to go here in the second. And here comes the Lampa Vidmar Perreault line. Gotta like what you're seeing here. It was just a very subtle adjustment that Rick Kowalski made. He swapped Perreault and Jordan on the right wing of the second and third lines. And this Lampa Vidmar Perreault combo has worked really well as Lampa wins the draw. Massicott left point. Hands it down to Perreault, but he lost it. Martin's gonna flip it out. Massicott back to get it. It is no icing as Adams Moisan finishes Massicott. Perreault down to get the puck, skating away from Poulin, and now he's going to get it moving down the right around DeRusso. Adams Moisan tried to line him up, and back in comes DeRusso. DeRusso lost it up top. Perreault's open up ahead, but Vidmar couldn't get it to him. Massicott slaps it to Perreault. Perreault pushes over Gravel, and he'll get a penalty. And now a whole crowd gathers along the glass just beside the Mariner bench. What are they going to get Perreault for here? Cross-checking. All right, so a power play for the Lions. Their second of the game. Mariners have yet to have a power play. This penalty kill brought to you by Insurecom Restoration. When things go wrong, we'll make them right. Perreault probably didn't like getting lit up by Adams Moisan. He went after Gravel, which was ruled a cross-check. Mariners trying to make it 20 consecutive penalty kills. Penalties killed. Beauregard and Andreev on the draw here, and they don't do it right. They're going to throw out Beauregard. They're going to add the second back to the clock. Adams Moisan will come in to face Andreev. Wow. Now Andreev thrown out of the face-off. The fans just want to watch hockey. Let's see. Take 3 here. Adams Moisan wins the draw. Laferriere hands it off to Beauregard. Into the slot. Shot off the post by Dufort. Back around it comes to Laferriere. Beauregard again. Back to Laferriere to the other side. Martin fakes it. Laferriere in the middle. Beauregard to LaFerriere. Wristed through, deflected. Arvanitis handles it, but grabbed by Beauregard. Back to LaFerriere. Beauregard. Shot. Arvanitis to save. Rebound. He makes another save. Back up to LaFerriere in the middle. Martin doesn't one-time it. Got it at the left circle, though. Holds on. Floats it back to LaFerriere in the middle. To Beauregard. Right circle. Shot. And Arvanitis will snag that one. Well, the Lions certainly moving it around on the power play. They had multiple looks. Dufort hit the post. Then you had Martin working on the left side, LaFerriere up top, and Beauregard on the right side. Arvanitis just continuing to track it well. 1:22 left in the penalty. 11:42 left in the second. 1-0 Mariners, a first period goal by Jacob Perreault, who currently sits in the penalty box. That's the only goal we've seen. Draw one by Lampa. Massicott behind the Mariner net. He got checked. Comes right out in front. Turn back to LaFerriere. To the other side. Martin's shot blocked in front, and Massicott will clear. Jones tees it up as the Lions make some changes. A minute to go in the penalty. Martin back in on the right wing side. Sends it around the backboards. Bizier and Lampa got tangled. Gallatin trying to take it away in the corner. Bizier and Lampa get together again. Now Vidmar will pick this one up. He'll bring it back with Xander Lampa. Lampa takes the feed on the right. Lampa pulls back in the corner. Still got the puck. Trying to send it out in front. There's Massicott, and he couldn't take it out of the air. Trying to make a move at the bottom of the circle. More good work by Xander Lampa. Lions get it back, but lots of valuable time killed there. 30 seconds to go. Gravel drops it off. Dunlap taps it off to DeRusso. Makes his way in, feeds it on back. Bizier to Gravel, and now Girard in the right circle. Girard down low. Good stick by Bellamy. Pops in the air in the corner. Over comes McGuire. Puck loose for Massicott. He'll clear it through the middle and down. Played away by Jones, and now has to keep it from Jordan, and just did. Puck came hard off of Hunter Jones. Perreault out of the box. Mariners have killed 20 in a row. Gravel flips it towards Arvanitis. Perreault banks it, or Bellamy banking it, looking for Perreault. Estapa now to Sorensis. Halfway through the second period. Bellamy tossed it off for Underwood. Goes across the way to Hudson. Jacob Hudson into the Lions zone. Along the blue line, leaves it there to Perreault. Perreault makes his way to the goal line. Clears it out in front. Hudson fires wide. Back at the left point, Nielsen taps it down to Andreev. Andreev works up top. Along the line, finds some space in the right circle. Backhand pass down low for Nielsen, and he couldn't tip it on goal. Nielsen goes after Sharon on the far boards. Hudson over there as well. Tip back to the line. Orgel to Andreev. Andreev flipped it back over to Nielsen. Nielsen will shoot it. He'll miss the net, and it's past Orgel and all the way down the ice, and Andreev's got to defend now. Trying to get there before Estapa. He'll flip it up. It'll make its way out to center. Sharon back on it for the Lions. Docker takes it from Michaud. With speed, Sharon is in. He can't get through. Played away by Allison. Cronin got it outside the line. Lions quickly shoot it back in and change. 9 minutes to go here in the second period. 1-0 Mariners. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday night, the ECHL FloHockey free game of the week. Cross ice pass. Shot in from center by Orgel. Jones out of his net again. Michaud plays it ahead. It gets left at the top of the circle, taken by Hemstrom. Cronin, sharp angle shot. Jones will flop on the rebound. Better period for the Mariners for sure here. Spending a lot more time in the other team's zone. 7 shots on goal for Maine in the period. 7 for the Lions as well, but they did just have a power play, in which they got a good amount of pucks on Arvanitis. Arvanitis is 11-1-1 in his last 13 starts, with no more than 3 goals allowed in any of those starts. That is how good he has been. He was the February goaltender of the month in the ECHL. Puck will be dropped to the left of Jones. 8:42 to go in the second. Mariners leading 1-0. Lampa and Beauregard face off again. Mariners win the draw. Massicott chance to step in, and he hammers a shot high and wide. Right point, Gallatin looking down for Lampa. Lampa, hard work again along the wall there, trying to push it in deep. Engages again, slaps it free, and finally taken by Guryanov. Will make a little self-pass into the offensive zone. Massicott stepped in, Lampa looking up ahead. Can't get it out of the zone though. Now Massicott with it. He'll move it forward. Lampa carries ahead again. Gets across the line and sends the backhand in. Jones stops it. Sends it over to Guryanov. He'll find Laferriere. Tipped off on the right to Gravel. Left it to Laferriere. Laferriere down at the goal line and in below it. Turning on Nielsen. Kicks it free. Right point Fuller. Lets it rip. Arvanitis the save. It's right in front of him and guided aside by Nielsen. Pulled out by McGuire now. Ryan McGuire. Chip and chase down below the goal line on Sorensis. Falls down. Cheveldayoff though with a long reach to McGuire. And it's loose in behind. Cheveldayoff coming out of the corner. It's right in front. Kicked out by Hemstrom. Mariners couldn't get it on goal. Pushed out by Dunlap as he tries to go around Bellamy here. Left it off. Bizier wrapped up on the boards by Underwood. McGuire takes it back and flips it off for Bellamy. Up to Hemstrom, reaching, and can't get it through the Lion forechecker. That was Dunlap. Hemstrom again, ducks to the wall, now clears to center. Cheveldayoff was trying to lead McGuire, but it's broken up and Dufort is back in. Dufort right side, tries to drive in behind, defended by Underwood. Ooh, painful looking fall there by Bellamy, but he's able to get back up. Arvanitis has lost his goal stick, but the Mariners steal the puck away and it's carried out by Linus Hemstrom. Hemstrom with Cheveldayoff into the zone. Nice move by Hemstrom, and then he's knocked off balance. Dunlap flips it back to the Mariner line. Orgel tracks it down there and gives it to Gallatin. Gets it moving the other way quickly. Here comes Jacob Hudson. Hudson into the zone. Hudson to the right circle. Pulls back, fires, and it's blocked. But it comes to Cheveldayoff, who's had an extended shift here. Around for Gallatin. He'll go all the way below the goal line with it. Gallatin slides it off for Hudson. Working the right boards and swinging it down, finding Venuto at the goal line. Andreev in front, sent it wide of the net. DeRusso will clear just past Hudson and out to center. Andreev trying to knock it down. DeRusso trying to come back in. Venuto left it for Hudson. Here's Orgel. Stretching it over to Andreev. Andreev can't get anywhere in the center zone. Sharon looking to get it across the line. He'll swing it off on the left to Adams Moisaw, keeping it away from Orgel. Down to Sharon, tried to deflect it out in front, and Arvanitis had to readjust at the last moment to make an unexpected save. Flipped out by Orgel, landing inside the Trois line. Martin smacks it back up ahead, and Gallatin's got it. Shoveled it over to Massicott. Long bank pass, trying to get it to Jordan, but cut off by Martin. He'll step back in. Martin down the left side, pulls back, fires, kicked out by Arvanitis. Rebound, Arvanitis taking contact. And let's see if there will be a penalty here on Trois. The referee with his arm in the air. Arvanitis laying on his back inside the net. The Mariners have yet to have a power play in this game. We'll see if they get one when we come back. 5:20 to go in the second period. It's 1-0 Maine.
At Hebert Construction, building isn't just about bricks and steel. It's about people. For more than 4 generations, we've partnered with Maine communities to create spaces where families, businesses, and futures can grow. Safety comes first, quality shows in every detail, and community is at the heart of everything we do for our customers and for every member of our team. Because when we take care of each other, we build more than buildings, we build trust. Hebert Construction, building value that's verified.
It's 1985 at a convenience store somewhere in Maine.
This new Tri-State Megabucks game is awesome. I'm mega stoked.
And it's totally local.
When I win, I'm getting a mega time machine. Let's go to 2025.
I'll make a mixtape for the trip.
Mega mixtape.
Ow! Celebrating 40 years of Tri-State Megabucks, where the winners are local and you could be next. And you won't even need a time machine, because with Tri-State Megabucks, winning is timeless.
Keep it fun, play responsibly.
Brad Arvanitis here, goaltender for the Maine Mariners. The only place to catch each and every game this season is right here on the Mariners Broadcast Network, powered by Mixlr and FloHockey.
Brad Arvanitis taking a lot of contact there, and there is a penalty to the Lions. Edward Sharon for goalie interference. And so the Mariners, for the first time tonight, go to the power play. A power play that's been just as hot as their penalty kill. They had 4 goals on Sunday, and in the last 5 games, clipping at 38%, 10 for 26. The Lions, who have not been able to solve Arvanitis, maybe trying to rattle him by getting in his grill, but they take a penalty. And a CMP power play, chance for the Mariners to double the lead. Lions win the faceoff, and Gravel has all kinds of time. And we'll sail it down the ice. Right to Arvanitis. He'll want to move it, and he'll get it to Perreault. The Lions PK, 8th in the league, pretty solid, 84.2%. Martin knocked it down. Perreault with a leaping glove briefly held it, but now it's shot down the ice. Inside the last 5 minutes of the second period. Gallatin feeds it back to Perreault. He's got the only goal tonight for either team so far. Hudson snakes his way across the line, leaves it up there to Andreev, off of Perreault and cleared again. So the Mariners playing a little bit too cautious up at the blue line, and paid for it there. Cutting away is Owen Gallatin. Winding it up and dropping it back. Linus Hemstrom, Jacob Perreault. Gains the line, off for Andreev. Perreault trying to swing it down. Andreev loose in the slot, and Cronin couldn't reach it. Andreev all the way out high, sent it just wide of the net. Jones might not have been ready there. Perreault avoids the check down low. Another one out in front to Cronin, rolled it right in on goal and then poked it off into the corner. Grabbed by Hemstrom, Andreev to the line. Gallatin setting up in the middle. Off to Hemstrom, top of the left circle, down low for Cronin. Cronin looks to that back door, deflected, and couldn't get it there to Allison. Clear to the line, gloved and held in by Gallatin. Gallatin off for Andreev. Top of the zone, top of the circle, back across, Allison, stopped by Jones. That's a good save. Back in behind for Andreev again. Mariners working it around well now. Allison back up to Gallatin, 20 seconds to go in the penalty. Gallatin down to Andreev, bottom of the left circle. Slot, Cronin, pad save by Jones, and he will hang on. Boy, it got off to a slow start as Dufort and Hemstrom shoving away, but towards the end there, some really good opportunities. Ben Ellison joining that top unit. 12 seconds remaining in the penalty to Sharon. 1 goal, still standing up. Certainly not a safe lead, but Mariners have played a better second period. No question about that. Slapped in down low. Taken behind the net by Venuto. Venuto comes over on Poulin. Kept to the line by Nielsen. Nielsen fakes a shot into the middle. Rister tipped in front. Venuto fighting his way through. Sharon out of the box. Nielsen moved it. He knew Sharon was right behind him, so he moved it quickly. But couldn't get it to Lampa. Off of Lampa into the zone comes Sharon. Now Poulin whips it wide of the net. Right point, Fuller. And Arvanitis will scoop that one up and quickly flip it down to Nielsen. Nielsen for Lampa. Carries ahead. Knocked away by the Lions. Right along the blue line. Lampa upended. And now it is Girard with the puck. Flipped it to the Mariner line. Knocked down by Bellamy. Gave it away. LaFerriere down to the corner. Here's Beauregard in front, and Girard couldn't settle it down. LaFerriere up to Martin. Martin tried to make a pass through the slot, couldn't connect. Far side held in by the Lions. Up at the point, left there by Girard, and the Mariners trying to get it out through center. Deflected down off of Vidmar, and Martin in the corner. To the other side. Spun up the boards by Gravel. No icing as it deflects down. 2:15 to go here in the second period. Still a pretty significant shot advantage for the Lions, 29-15. But the Mariners lead 1-0. McGuire rips it in from center. Stop behind the goal by Jones. Martin challenged in the corner by Cheveldayoff. Got it to the line. Bellamy lets it go, and Vidmar trying to tip it. Could not get a stick on it. Dunlap is hit along the boards by McGuire. Skittered toward the net by Massicott and covered by Jones. Zach Massicott, you can see him getting some more regular minutes here. Last weekend, returning from a long-term injury that had him out for months. He got injured right after Thanksgiving. Did not return until last Saturday. But he is slowly getting back to that regular role where he is really one of the top defensemen that the Mariners have at their disposal. Nice to add another one back with Andrew Nielsen here tonight. Nick Anderson should be close. And then that really just leaves Loki Johansson and potentially anything that the Mariners could get from Providence. Colin Felix comes to mind. Mariners win the draw. Quick shot by Venuto. Does not get through. Dunlap down below the goal line with Sorensis at his side. They're challenged by Andreev. Cleared out and gathered in and carried by Bizier. It's a partial 2-on-1. Bizier stopped by Arvanitis with a blocker. Venuto coming back out through center. And it's going to roll back towards Jones. Right in on goal. As crashing in there was Jacob Hudson. Weird play there. Venuto on the wall. Andreev reaching in as well. We're approaching the final minute of the second period. Fuller will swing it around to Sorensis. Sorensis is challenged by Hudson. Taken behind the net by Dufort. Dufort will slow it down. And play it back to Sorensis. Sorensis challenged by Perreault. Cleared to the Mariner line. Moved by Nielsen. Poked free by Vidmar. Vidmar trying to accelerate. Right wing side Perreault. Looks in for Vidmar. Right towards Jones. Guides it carefully to the side. Nielsen, quick shot from the point. And Jones will cover that one as Vidmar cruising through trying to tip it. This has been a goaltending duel in many ways. Jones has been very good in this second period. He's faced 12 shots and stopped them all. Arvanitis is 30 for 30. He stopped 17 in the second. Now will the Mariners carry a 1-0 lead into the third? Lampa, Perreault, Vidmar out there again. 40 seconds left in the period. Martin will grab it and send it up off to Russo, taken quickly back by Vidmar. Underwood to Nielsen. Nielsen will sky it into the corner. Vidmar down after that, along with Lampa. Taken by Perreault, missed him. Adams Moisal looking to step out. Poulin drops it off to DeRusso, back to Poulin. Poulin in, looking in front of the net as Adams Moisal was driving through, but they couldn't get it to him. Gravel plays it in deep. Adams Moisal will give it up behind the net to Nielsen. Off the glass and out of the zone. Kicked back in by Martin, but his whole team is offside. Nielsen will hang on to it, and that'll do it for the first 40 minutes. No scoring in that second period. Lots of good goaltending. And the Mariners still with a 1-0 lead. Nothing changes since the end of the first. Although it was a much better second period by the Mariners. They had a lot more time in the offensive zone and put a lot more pressure on Hunter Jones. But it's a precarious 1-0 lead at the end of two. We'll come back with our second intermission report. Get you ready for the third. Mariners 1, Lions 0 after 40. This is the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 38th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; AthleticNet, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2026 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2026 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
Are you a CDL driver or diesel technician looking for a consistent work schedule, great pay, and outstanding benefits? Casella Waste Systems is looking for you. The drivers and technicians at Casella participate in a career pathways program that offers exceptional advancement opportunity, regular merit increases, and safety bonus incentives. Career advancement, competitive pay, great benefits, and an exceptional work-life balance. What more could you ask for? Become a driver or technician at Casella. Visit casella.com/careers or text CASELLA to 97211 to apply today.
Hello, friends. Let's be honest. Every business says they're better, but the ones that earn the prestigious BBB seal back it up. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And it instantly identifies reputable businesses you can trust. So look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. That's bbb.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, who wants to play skee-ball? You, sir, in the cargo shorts and Hawaiian shirt.
Me?
Step up here and play Tri-State Skee-Ball from the Maine Lottery.
Okay.
Just scratch, match, and you could win up to $30,000 instantly.
Wow.
If you like getting a little more, enter your non-winning tickets into the Reward Me Club for a chance to win up to $25,000 in the Tri-State Skee-Ball event in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.
I'll play.
Right this way and play today. Keep it fun. Play responsibly.
When you bank with Bath Savings, we keep your money here in Maine, where our Neighbor to Neighbor program helps neighbors buy homes, entrepreneurs start businesses, and nonprofits make a difference. Bath Savings, your neighbor, your bank. Member FDIC.
Anytime, any day, it's a great time to clean it your way. Anytime's a good time to be scrubber clean.
Scrub-A-Dub's unlimited car wash plan lets you wash anytime for one low monthly price, starting at only $9.99 a month. Wash every day or every week. Your car will always be Scrub-A-Dub clean.
Anytime's a good time to be scrubber clean.
Do you think a great career has to come at the expense of a mountain of debt? Think again. The Driver Apprentice Program at Casella Waste Systems is offering debt-free careers to qualified candidates interested in becoming a CDL driver. Casella pays the full cost of CDL school and training, and their graduates have a 100% pass rate for the CDL exam. Casella offers great pay with regular merit increases, bonuses, benefits, and advancement opportunities. To learn more, visit casella.com/careers or text CASELLA to 97211 today.
The newest trend in denture care is digital impressions. In keeping with that trend, Jetport Denture Center in Portland is excited to offer digital impressions for select procedures. This method eliminates the sticky goo in your mouth that was previously used to make a denture impression. Plus, you'll have fewer appointments, and the digital impression technique ensures that your denture is made with incredible accuracy. Visit JetportDentureCenter.com to schedule an appointment. Jetport Denture Center, where your new smile begins.
Attention Mariners fans, if you're saving for a first car, buying your dream home, or planning your next adventure, Evergreen Credit Union has your back. Enjoy their lineup of financial products and tools, locally rooted with world-class service. Evergreen delivers hometown care with hard-hitting expertise. With great rates that'll make your wallet cheer louder than the crowd, why go anywhere else? Start with the credit union that plays to win. Evergreen Credit Union. Visit egcu.org today. That's egcu.org. Evergreen Credit Union, the official credit union of the Maine Mariners, serving all southern Maine.
Is your internet slow or spotty? Fidium Fiber Internet is built for more consistent connections. With speeds up to 2 gigs, you can kiss buffering goodbye no matter what you do online. Get more speed and less frustration. Switch now at fidiumfiber.com.
At Hebert Construction, building isn't just about bricks and steel. It's about people. For more than 4 generations, we've partnered with Maine communities to create spaces where families, businesses, and futures can grow. Safety comes first, quality shows in every detail, and community is at the heart of everything we do for our customers and for every member of our team. Because when we take care of each other, we build more than buildings, we build trust. Hebert Construction, building value that's verified.
It's 1985 at a convenience store somewhere in Maine.
This new Tri-State Megabucks game is awesome. I'm mega stoked.
And it's totally local.
When I win, I'm getting a mega time machine. Let's go to 2025.
I'll make a mixtape for the trip.
Mega mixtape.
Ow!
Celebrating 40 years of Tri-State Megabucks, where the winners are local and you could be next. And you won't even need a time machine because with Tri-State Megabucks, winning is timeless.
Keep it fun. Play responsibly.
You're listening to and watching the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network. It's time for the Intermission Report for your period recap, analysis, out-of-town scores, and more. Here, once again, is Michael Keeley.
Welcome back, Mariners fans. It's Michael Keeley at the Cross Insurance Arena, and I'm here with your intermission report.
Did we fool anyone? Happy April Fools, everybody.
That was a really good impression.
Guess who that is?
Guess.
Can you guess? Put it in the Mixler chat if you know who's on the broadcast for our second intermission report. That's right. It's Director of Marketing, Catherine Horgan. And I hope all of you out there have had a great April Fool's Day and haven't fallen for too many April Fool's pranks. How about you, Catherine? You fall for anything yet today?
I did. And I didn't realize until about an hour ago that it
What was it?
fake.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah, it was on social media. The Rennies across from the arena said it was going to be a Dave & Buster's. I don't even know who posted it. Said it was going to be a Dave & Buster's. I was like, well, that's a crazy place to put a Dave & Buster's. But immediately in my head, I was like, well, that'd be a really cool game day promotion if we did like a Dave & Buster's collab.
I would have loved that.
Right?
You know, I saw that too when I woke up this morning, and that is when you're most susceptible, when you're first waking up and you're like groggy and you're half awake and you haven't started your day yet. And that being said, my moment today was our wonderful union crew, John and Eric, decided to try to fool me by sending me a group text about 7:30 this morning as I was waking up that neither of them were going to be here today and that they were going to find someone to cover, but you can't put one by Keels. And I knew right away that was
can't
April Fool's
put one by Keels is crazy.
See, the thing is,
Michael Keeley's locked in. You can't get him.
No, they knew they were playing to my greatest fears because they know that I trust them so much, and if neither of them were here to help run the show, I would have panicked. But what they tried to do, they sent me a QR code. It was supposed to be like a survey that I was supposed to fill out to make sure everything was covered for the game, and it was a Rickroll. It was Rick Astley.
You know, they got the crowd not too long ago.
I played twice. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard Rick Astley. I heard Rick Astley twice tonight.
You know what? It actually worked out because the team was a little delayed coming out of the tunnel, so they started playing it. It was just kind of like a natural prank. But
So, anyways, the moral of the story is don't believe anything you read today.
No.
It might be honestly good advice for any day, but particularly today.
Every day is April Fool's Day if you're gullible.
The old adage, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
If it's 3 is better than 2 when it's a lead difference.
What?
Right?
No.
No? Okay.
No. But
okay, sure.
The 2-goal lead is the worst. Now, it does apply, though.
Hey.
The 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. How would you feel about a 1-goal lead? I think that's...
It's better.
I think that's worse.
It's worse?
I mean, the people that came up with that awful saying would say that it's better.
Should we do one more time on air, say a number on 3? 1 to 10. I think we should do it.
1, 2, 3,
7.
Thank
God.
There we go. High five. The elimination number for the Trois-Rivieres Lions entering play tonight is 8.
Oh.
And it would drop to, actually, it would not drop. It would. It would drop if they lost. It would drop to 6. The Adirondack Thunder, who the team that is currently in 4th place in the North, not playing tonight. But the Lions fighting for their playoff lives, trailing 1-0 as we bring this back to the hockey game here at the end of 2. We did not see any goals in the second period. 13 shots apiece. We just had Mariners owner Dexter Payne over here talking to him about the goaltending in that period. Both goaltenders played really well. Catherine, I don't know how much of this game you've been able to watch so far, but Brad Arvanitis, I mean, we've used up all the superlatives to talk about him this season. Playing it out of his mind once again, 30 saves on 30 Lion shots.
You know, I saw him pregame because that's the only time I ever see anything happening in the arena is pregame. And he was locked in. He was doing his routine. He seems like he has it down every single game. He gets into this mental zone hours before he's even on the ice of just kind of honing in his craft, which is always impressive for me to see because, you know, I didn't play hockey growing up. Just kind of the rituals that he does every single day to get into that mental space before he steps out onto the ice. But yeah, tell me more about that. What's the game been like? I haven't seen any of it.
Well, Mariners played a very poor first period. They were outshot 17-5. Okay. But despite that, they had the 1-0 lead because Jacob Perreault scored a nice goal from Xander Lampa at 7:24. But they really relied heavily on Arvanitis in the first, and I think we heard Zach Tolkien talking to Haley at the end of the period about how they had to put more pucks at Hunter Jones. They did that in the second. Gave up, good amount of shots as well there. But Arvanitis held strong. Jones played well. But nursing a 1-goal lead in the third, something that the Mariners have done really well, not only during this hot stretch where they've won 17 of 19, but all season long, they are 15-2-8 in 1-goal games.
Wow.
Meaning they have gotten points in all but 2 of the, 25 or 26 one-goal games they've played this year. And so, that's valuable experience going into the playoffs where you're going to be playing a lot of these type of one-goal games. How excited are you for your first playoff experience?
Oh my gosh, thanks for asking. Very excited.
Yeah,
Yes, we didn't make it last year. It was kind of like right down to the wire last year too.
Yeah.
We were trying to see if we were going to get a spot, didn't end up getting it, and yeah, I'm really excited. It's been really fun too to just put the planning together for everything, start to plan the marketing behind what we want the playoffs to look like. Rising Tides for our hashtag this year. I thought that was really cool. We were working with a contractor, Burke, who came up with the hashtag Rising Tides as Rising Tides Lift All Ships, which I thought was a really great hashtag. My original hashtag was not as good. Beware the
current?
Beware the current.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah,
But no, Rising Tide's definitely good. Yeah. I just, the excitement in the city when the team is winning.
Yeah.
Something that, you're kind of experienced for the first time. There were moments last year, but for most of the year, the Mariners were, not a great team last year. And they got good when it was too little too late.
Yeah.
But, even myself, this is going to be our 4th playoff appearance in 5 years, but this is the best team.
Does it feel different?
That we've had. It feels different. It feels, there's never been an expectation that you're going to win every night. And that is kind of, I think, been the difference this year. When you come to the rink, you expect to win. I think Terrence Wallen's first year, 22-23, the Mariners won 42 games that year. They clinched around the same time, maybe a week later.
Yeah.
But I still think this team is better than that team was.
See, my marketing brain right now is thinking about I'm going to clip everything you just said and use it for like a hype video. That was so good.
Yeah, well, it's there if you want it. But
so there's a different energy, you think, this year?
I think,
compared to others?
I think we've seen a lot of feedback from the fans in that regard too, as far as recognizing how good this team is and how much better it could be if we get Kalmakov back, Colin Felix, if Sean Element comes back, if Willem DeVoe is healthy and ready to go. It's just, we were talking about it on the morning interview with Rick, good problems to have.
Yeah.
Even right now you have Liam Gorman and Mitch Dealstra sitting healthy scratches.
Yep.
They've been a huge part of this team this year.
Yeah.
And right now, even without Kalmakov, there's just too many good players
I
here.
was shocked, and this goes to show where I'm at. I was shocked even to see Massacott. I feel like he hasn't been on the ice. When was the last time he played the past few games? When was the last time he played since his break that he was on?
It was right after Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So out from late November up until, last weekend, like
we
you
have
said.
some really good depth on our team this year.
Depth
some
has
really
been the
good
strength.
Depth.
That's been the word of the year for sure. Maybe we should use depth in the hashtag. Like depths, like ocean depths.
Yeah, like watch out for the
No,
watch out for the undertow.
We'll workshop that.
I know, that's not bad.
For those of you in the Mixler chat, if you have any suggestions.
Yeah.
But no, Rising Tides is good. We're looking forward to it. Playoff dates yet to be announced. However, looks like the Mariners will be hopefully the higher seed. They have a 7-point cushion on the Reading Royals right now. But as soon as we confirm those dates, of course, we'll let you know. But playoff tickets are on sale.
They are.
MarinersMaine.com/playoffs.
Oh, should we say it at the same time?
I think we just did.
/playoffs. And boy, do we have some good marketing this year.
We do.
Yeah, we're rolling out some
who's
really
that
cool
great marketing
stuff.
director that's
I
responsible?
almost said not myself. No, we're working with a really wonderful contractor, Burke Sherry, who, I hope I said his last name correctly. He's been wonderful with just guiding us through everything. It's made such a difference for us. I think, too, we have some really cool playoff series coming out where we kind of give people a look behind some of the players and personalities that we have on the team. The first one that we're launching in a few weeks is going to be Ty Sheveldayoff, just to kind of show the fans a little bit more what these guys are like off the ice. So trying to highlight the players, highlight the team, talk about the depth that we have, not just in skill, but in personality as well. And I think it'll be a really good crescendo into our hopeful, games coming up that we have for playoffs.
How about something like New Depths?
Wow.
Maybe for next year.
You're quick with it. New depths. Ooh.
Yeah.
And then all of the marketing is the deep sea.
Whoa. Yeah, deep sea, backgrounds and templates and things like that.
What? Okay, clip this.
It's all recorded, so
intro video next year.
It's not going to be like Freeze Fest where we have these great ideas and then forget
talk about
what
Freeze
they were.
Fest. What was Freeze Fest? We'll never know.
We had a great idea. Both of us forgot it.
Oh yeah, that's
unfortunate out-of-town score in Fort Wayne. Wheeling 4, Fort Wayne 1 in the second period. So the Mariners just continue not to get any help now. It's just been the Wheeling games where they haven't gotten help. Obviously, they've gotten help with the other teams that they've gone against, but Wheeling right now, just tough to catch, but the Mariners do have those 2 games in hand. Nobody else playing in the North tonight. Toledo and Indy tied up at 3 going to the 3rd, and nothing else in progress. Teams coming back on the ice here. Let's take a quick check in in Utica. Providence and Utica tied at 1, and no points for Brooklyn Kalmikov, but he is playing. And that game is at the end of 2. A reminder that we are on the road all weekend in Trois-Rivieres. Game time is 7 o'clock on Friday night, and then Saturday 3 o'clock, Sunday at 3 o'clock as well. You can catch all the action here on the Mariners Broadcast Network. Pre-game coverage starting 15 minutes prior.
Can you bring me back some poutine?
I don't know how kind of shape it'll be in by the time it gets back after 6.5 hours on a bus, but
oh boy.
If you want to meet us back here at 4 a.m.
Hey,
oh, no,
sure.
it won't be 4 a.m. It'll be closer to midnight because
oh my gosh.
we play at 3.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
It sounded like a good idea at first.
Yeah.
If you get that, well, no, you do. You have your passport renewed, right?
I do, yeah. I'll meet you there.
I was going to say you can come up to Trois. There probably will not be any playoff games in Trois this year, although the Lions have not yet been mathematically eliminated. So
when would the final day be? Do you know? Like, is there a certain day they would have to?
Well, again, the elimination number is 8, so they would have to keep winning, and they would need Adirondack to keep losing.
Okay.
With every Adirondack win and with every Trois loss, they get closer to elimination. So realistically, it could happen the end of the weekend, depending on if the Mariners sweep them.
I'm getting deja vu, Keely, from all the 7 and 8 talk that we're doing like last time.
Well, the Mariners hope they can get 7 or 8 goals here in this 3rd period.
Hey, okay.
But
quick with it.
Right now, just 1. And it'll be interesting to see how they approach this 3rd period when leading after 2. 29-0-2 is the Mariners' record. When trailing after 2, the Lions are 2-23-1. Scenarios where teams leading usually close it out, but still definitely anybody's game here. Just a 1-goal margin. 3rd is underway. Mariners shoot it in, shooting left to right. Another broken stick. Man, those have been breaking all over the ice in this game. Another one that happens right off the opening faceoff. Poulin down the left side, leaves it for Gravel. That one deflects, and Perreault knocks it down. Perreault's got the only goal of this game. 7:24 of the first period from Xander Lampa. Perreault actually played a couple games with the Lions last year. Not sure if he got a Kelly Cup ring or not. Pushed in by Venuto, knocked down by Adams Moisan. Dropped it back to Charles Martin, who's 2nd in the league in goals for defensemen with 12. DeRusso carries into the zone right side. Takes it down along the boards. And it'll be picked up by Zach Massica. Catherine, thanks for joining us. Hope you could be back soon.
I was trying to sneak away.
Oh, I didn't want to just, have you disappear.
No, I got to run back to my real daytime job. But
right.
Thanks for having me,
Always
Keely.
great to have you.
Maybe I'll come back next Wednesday game. Oh.
Trois-Rivieres has tied the game.
I mean, now I have to stay.
I don't know. Are you good luck or are you bad luck?
I should go.
All right, take care, Catherine. That was Nicholas Girard tying the game. Really nice passing by the Lions. At the left circle, Beauregard to the slot. Nice little give and go. No chance for Arvanitis there, stretching across to try to get back. So the Lions just 1 minute and 4 seconds into the 3rd period. Tie things up. Well, the Lions don't have a ton of weapons as they did at one point, but Anthony Beauregard, a former ECHL MVP, is certainly one. Sorensis banks it to the line. Orgel flicks it toward the net, sails wide of the goal. Grabbed on the far side by Cronin. Cronin will push it in down low for Jordan. Jordan goes flying in below the goal line out of the right wing corner and shovels it up to the line. Bellamy, long shot, knocked down by Cronin. Cronin after it again, trying to get it to Allison. Now it's out to center. Taken back by LaFerriere. Gains the line and sends it across. And a couple players skating past the puck there as Cronin brings it back in. Shovels it in down low. Hemstrom down at the goal line. Dufort tips it up. Mariners hold it in. Hemstrom in front and a pad save by Jones. Great work to get it there by Nielsen. Shoveled up and out to center. Here's Dufort. Check from behind by McGuire. Docker just got it by McGuire and out of the zone. McGuire trying to come back in. Did he wait long enough? Yes. Keep the play onside. Trying to push it back down low. Cross the ice. Cheveldayoff plays it in deep. Waiting for it is Hemstrom. Hemstrom down low for McGuire. McGuire from behind the net, trying to wrap it out in front. Back to the point it comes. Nielsen fires wide. Underwood moves up on the other side. Pushes it back down low. Behind the goal for Cheveldayoff, and the Lions feeling the heat there. Clear it all the way down the ice, and that'll be a D&G machine icing. Like making ice at the rink, machining a smooth surface is always their goal. Visit dgmachine.com for career opportunities. Nicholas Girard with his third goal of the season from Anthony Beauregard at 1:04 of the third. Tough name to spell, Girard. Girouard. Tough name to say, too. So back to a tie game. The Mariners have been flirting with this for a long time. Back to the line, Massicott. Hands it off to Perreault in the left circle. Perreault, sharp angle shot. Stick save by Jones. Perreault's got it again. Perreault back near the point. Massicott picks it up. High slot, Vidmar, joggled, puck loose right around the pad, and back in down low, cleared around and out as Perreault couldn't hold it in. Oh boy, Jones juggled that puck and it was up for grabs. Mariners back to grab it with Perreault. He'll cut away out through center, tip it in down low. Martin chased by Perreault on the end boards. Down he goes. Over to the other side, Gravel. Banks it to center. Grabbed by Estapa, slowly into the zone left side. Works it in down low. Orgel on the backboards with Estapa. Pushed around for Sharon. Over comes Bellamy. Down in the corner. Bellamy and Andreev. Estapa off the back of the net. Estapa turning free once again. Estapa to the line. Gravel to Martin. Took the shot, and that hits a body and goes to the near corner. Orgel and Sharon. Battle away. Sharon keeps possession. Orgel all over him. Finally knocked him over. Has Andreev up ahead. Andreev skating down the left side as Hudson heads to the slot. Andreev throws on the brakes in the corner and curls out. Turns, gets it on goal, around in front of the net. Venuto in behind. Venuto trying to get it back on in front. Gurianov stumbles. Venuto with the puck. Back to the point. Nielsen to Andreev. Couldn't get the shot away in the right circle. He's pushed out of there by Martin. Adams Moisan looks up for Poulin. Off a dropped stick. That's been a theme. Now the referee trying to avoid the play is at center for DeRusso. He scores. And the Lions suddenly lead the game 2-1, striking twice in the first 5 minutes of the third. Cedric DeRusso with his 15th. Nobody picks him up as he comes flying down the slot. Boy, Adams Moisan was pretty open there as well. So some defensive breakdowns for sure by the Mariners here. You can't ask a goaltender to make saves when that puck comes out from below the goal line that quickly. Got to be better defensively. Massicott from behind the Mariners net. Sends it off to Gallatin. Up to Cronin. It's back out to center. Gallatin will whip it back in. Poulin, who picked up the primary assist on that goal. He has some trouble in the corner as Cronin looked to take it away. Allison digs it out. Allison turning in the left wing corner. Banking it in down low for Jordan, looking to step in front of Sorensis. Pops loose. Cronin is on it. Cronin for Allison. Allison back down to Cronin at the goal line on his backhand for Jordan now. Tossed it on goal. Back to the point. Gallatin to Massicott. Traffic in front. The shot is blocked out to center. And now Adams Moisan, first one after it. Breakaway scores. Boy, the Lions with 3 goals in a row to stun the Mariners here in the third. Well, Trois not going to make the playoffs this year, but boy, have they come to play in the third period. The last 2 goals coming a minute apart. And as Moisan just outskated everybody. That's his 13th. Points for Adams Moison, both of those goals. He had the secondary helper on the DeRusso goal. Hemstrom has it pop up in the air. McGuire slaps it in deep. To the far side, Beauregard and Cheveldayoff get together. Back down low for Hemstrom. He's tripped. There's a penalty coming to the Lions. McGuire reaching in there, and Mariners will go to the power play, and they could use one right here. They've had chances in this second period, or this third period, excuse me. The game has just kind of opened up, and it hasn't benefited them. This power play brought to you by Central Maine Power. Mariners had some good chances on the first attempt, but couldn't solve Hunter Jones, who's been a big story. Made some big saves in that second period to keep it a 1-0 game. Off the draw, Andreev into the corner, ties his man up. Cronin over there as well. Martin down with the puck under him. Mariners trying to get it free. Andreev, Perreault, Cronin all in there. Still stuck. Finally, it comes back to the point. Gallatin to Hudson, right circle. Fed it back up to the middle to Gallatin. Off for Perreault. Gallatin in the right circle. Slot, Hudson scores! Just what the doctor ordered for the Mariners right there. A power play goal for Jacob Hudson. And Maine back within one. And that was businesslike. Quick passing, and Jacob Hudson has taken over the team lead in power play goals. That's his 10th power play goal of the season, his 23rd overall, which leads the club. And so, let's see if that tilts the rink back into the Mariners' favor. 3-2 Lions, still 13.5 minutes to go. In the corner, Lampa reaching in. He's got it at the goal line, in behind of Vidmar, missed it. But Jordan is over there. Back down for Lampa. Lampa to Vidmar. Beauregard steps in, but Lampa gets it right back. Lampa again. Trying to feed Jordan. Knocked away and carried out by Girard, who's run at by Nielsen. Banked back up to Lampa again. Lampa leads Jordan in. Jordan turning. Sends it across, and he was intending to get that one to Vidmar, but it didn't get there. Penalty coming up to the Mariners now as Beauregard got chopped down in the center zone. And when we come back, it'll be the Lions' turn on the power play. Lots going on here in the third period. Lions have 3, Mariners have 1. Trois by 1 into the power play when we return.
Here's a business looking for a customer.
Hi there.
Here's a customer looking for a business.
Hi.
And that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. The BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. That's why 2023 IABBB research found 80% of people choose BBB accredited businesses over non-accredited ones with the same A+ letter rating. Live happily, better after. Always look for the sign of a better business because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
At M&T Bank, building strong connections with our customers is a top priority, just as we did with Ryan, the president and owner of Mainline Fence.
Everybody at the bank knows everybody here by name pretty much. We are there at least 3 times a week, either for check deposits or notarizations, which is nice to have a local branch that can help us with those. They're there for all our needs.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jacob Hudson, forward for your Maine Mariners, and you're tuned in to the Mariners Broadcast Network, powered by Mixler and FloHockey.
A big power play goal by Jacob Hudson moments ago to get the Mariners back within 1. But the Lions now go to the power play as Zach Jordan is called for interference. This will be Trois' 3rd power play chance. The penalty kill brought to you by Insurecom Restoration. When things go wrong, we'll make them right. Underwood finds Hudson, and Hudson will get it through the middle and out past the dive of LaFerriere. Gallatin and Perot pick up the helpers on the Hudson goal. The 3 goals, DeRusso, Adams, Moisan, Hudson, all came in a 2-minute span. Carried away by Beauregard. Beauregard on the left to LaFerriere, banks it down to Dufort. Back around to Beauregard in the left wing corner. LaFerriere, one-timer, and Arvanitis makes the save. Back up near the point, Dufort swings it in down low. Here's Bellamy finding a hole and sending it through it. The third period is presented by the Downs. Enter to win a free year lease at marinersofmaine.com/fan of the game. Lions back in to the front of the net looking for Adams Moisan again. Couldn't reach it. Mariners turn and clear it down the ice. Vidmar will put the pressure on as he'll go after Charles Martin. A minute to go in the penalty to Jordan. 12 minutes remaining in the third. Mariners led 1-0 for most of this game. The Lions now lead 3-2. DeRusso on the left to Girard. Banks it in on off the end boards to Dunlap, right point. Gravel along the line, gave it away. Vidmar ahead. Xander Lampa breaks in shorthanded. Couldn't get the shot off. Gravel got back. It's Gravel who broke up Lampa's breakaway in the first period as well. Xander, though, just didn't have enough steam going. Andreev plays it back to Massicott, killing more time. And all the way down wide to Jones. 30 seconds remain in the penalty. Gravel drops it back again. Now Hudson takes it away. Hudson in behind the net with it. Hudson in the corner. He had Andreev swarming around, but Hudson lost the puck. Out to center. Andreev loosens it up. 10 seconds remain in the penalty. Girard back in the Lions' end. Drops it off to Fuller. Fuller will shoot it in. Arvanitis will glove it down. The penalty has been killed. That's 21 in a row by the Mariners. Long stretch trying to go up to Jordan out of the box, but too many Lions in the way. Sorensis feeds Fuller. Fuller whips it across the ice, taken back by Cronin. Cronin turns. Gets it moving, crosses the line, right side, down into the corner, and in below the goal line, stopping behind the net, trying to get it to Allison, and it pops into the netting. 10:24 to go in the third. So, as far as special teams go, that's good work. Get the power play goal, then kill off the penalty. The Mariners now have a power play goal in 6 consecutive games. And Hudson has a power play goal in 3 consecutive games. Looking for one more to retie this game. Face off to Hunter Jones, left. Lions have 34 shots, Mariners have 24. Cronin wins this back to Orgel. He'll activate off the wall, down to the goal line, takes it to the front of the net, the backhand, and Jones has it right near the goal line. Boy, quite an activation there by Orgel, driving right to the net. It's kind of how he scored his goal Sunday against Greensboro. If they're going to give you that lane, you might as well take it. Just about halfway through this third period, 10:18 to go. Lions shell-shocked the Mariners with 3 goals in the first 5:23. Hudson got one back. This time, Cronin is going to be excused from the draw by Shane Canale. Jordan in. Lions come up with the face-off. Martin behind the net. Up to Adams Moisan, out to center. Inside the Mariner line, grabbed by Orgel. For Allison, tips it inside the line. Jordan battling Docker along the wall. Allison reaching in there. And it's loose up top for Adams Moisan. Flips it off the glove of DeRusso. Taken back by Orgel. And Cronin gathers it ahead. Gains the line, hands to Allison, right side. Allison turns, has a man up top, flips it that way. Orgel shoots, high and wide, it came right off the end boards, out in front to Allison. He misses the net. Cronin couldn't get it out in front. Boy, what an active bounce off the backboards right there when Orgel fired wide. Jordan stole it up top. Mariners, though, want to change here. Cronin remains the lone forward out as Bernard Docker carries ahead and banks it in. Massicott trying to push it around to Cheveldayoff. Held in there by Gurionov. Down the slot, a great chance, and Arvanitis shutting down Sharon there. Another pushing match over to the left of Arvanitis. 9:19 to go here in the third. Well, as much as this game means a lot more to the Lions as it does to the than it does to the Mariners, a loss plus a Wheeling win would put the Mariners 8 points back at first. And even though you have those 2 games in hand, it starts to feel unreachable. So really, especially if Wheeling's going to win tonight, it looks like they are. Mariners will come back and get at least a point out of this. Whenever you lead going into the third at home, not getting any points would hurt. They're taking care of a patch of ice right in front of the Mariner goal crease, and they're going to require some maintenance. And so we'll take a timeout. 9:19 to play in the third. It's the Lions 3 and the Mariners 2.
Your new smile begins at Jetport Denture Center in Portland. Licensed denturist Ashley Susie works with each patient's individual situation to create a great denture experience and to restore your confidence to smile again. Whether your existing denture needs repairs or you're new to the denture process, Jetport Denture Center offers a full range of denture options, including digital impressions for certain procedures. Visit JetportDentureCenter.com to learn more and to schedule your appointment today. Jetport Denture Center, where your new smile begins.
This is forward Sebastian Vidmar, and you're tuned in to the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network. Let's send it back to Keels up top.
Quick ice repair finished, and we're ready to go again with 9:19 left in the third. Mariners down by 1. Face off to the left of Arvanitis. Mariners have their 4th line out. And Owen Gallatin scampering after this puck out of his defensive zone, banks it off the glass. Hemstrom gloving, carried by Cheveldayoff, but it's a glove pass. Once you play that puck with your glove, your team better be the next one, or I mean you yourself better be the best next one to touch it, or the other team. And I'll put this face off in the dot just outside the Mariners' blue line. Join us next Wednesday, another Wicked Wednesday. Mariners and Adirondack Thunder, another team trying to catch them right now. Adirondack has fallen into 4th place, and they're headed down to Norfolk for 2 games this weekend. Admiral's really struggling. Got swept in 4 by the Reading Royals, scoring only 1 goal in the process. They got shut out 3 consecutive times by the Royals last weekend. Yaniv Peretz was goalie of the week for 2 shutouts and then got called up to Lehigh Valley. Here's Linus Hemstrom carrying out right wing side, softly tossing it in, and Cheveldayoff heading down below the goal line at Landon Fuller. Sorensis clears it ahead, and now stolen back by Hemstrom, but then his pocket picked by Sharon. Hemstrom trying to take it back, but Sharon's got it out in front. Estapa checked by McGuire. McGuire and Hemstrom bring it back the other way. McGuire changing though. Hemstrom gains the line, and he'll change himself. Fuller dropped it back to Gravel. Gravel gets it moving down the left wing side into the zone, into the slot. Chasing it back near the left point. Taken back by the Mariners. Cross ice pass to Perreault, and he couldn't get away. And it's pushed back out through center. Carried in by LaFerriere. Dropped it to Martin. Back across and behind Girard, but he'll track it down. He had the first of the 3 for the Lions here in the third. Girard left circle to the slot. They can't get a shot off. Lampa up to Perreault. Perreault wipes out. And Beauregard takes it back. Under 8 to go in the third. Girard coming again. Drops it back. Martin to LaFerriere. Couldn't get the shot through. It'll pop a couple feet in the air. Glove down by Underwood. Far side. Banks it. Out to center. Kicked down by Perreault. Juggled in the air. Puts himself offside. We'll bring the face-off back to center with 7.5. Yes, as it's been pointed out in the Mixler chat by Comet Fan, 6-2 Wheeling. Thanks for nothing, Fort Wayne. Second place team in the Central, just getting blasted in their own building. Wheeling has to play Fort Wayne another time, and 2 against Toledo as well this season. Before the season's over, that is. Shot in by Bellamy. Stopped by Jones. Sorensis given away. Hudson trying to bank it in. Almost caught Jones out of his net. It was a tough angle, but he got it right on goal. Jones likes to play the puck, very similar to Luke Kavlin, who were teammates last year with Trois. Back to the right point. Bernard Docker shoots it wide intentionally. It's off the apron of the net and in behind. Dufort banks it back to Bernard Docker again. A wrist Derby tipped into the netting behind Arvanitis. Under 7 minutes to play in the third. Strange game. Lions dominated the first period but trailed 1-0. Second period was very even. And this third has been pretty even as well, but the Lions just capitalized with momentum, scoring 3 goals in the first 5:23. And then Jacob Hudson quickly slowed that momentum down. But now the Mariners are battling against the clock. Only 6:53 to go. Mariners have gone 5-1 against the Lions here at Cross Insurance Arena this year. This has been a tough place for the Lions the last 2 seasons. Even when they won the Kelly Cup last year, the Mariners had the edge in the season series at home. Behind the net, Adams Moiseau throws a big hit on Jackson Bellamy, but Orgel with the puck. Orgel looks up for Allison. That deflects down the ice. Allison being held up by Gravel. And the Lions clear it through the middle and get it out. Gallatin will take it back. Backing up inside the Mariners' end. Pushed back in by Trois. Grabbed by Orgel behind the Mariner cage. Orgel up for Allison. Deflected to the Trois line. Sorensis run into by Allison. Pushed back down the ice. Gallatin once again going back to get it. Mariners will make a change, and they hope this line can find the equalizer. McGuire, Cheveldayoff, and Hemstrom. Fed up ahead to Hemstrom with speed across the line. Down low to McGuire, but behind him. He tried to fire it back out in front, deflects off a line all the way back down the ice. Arvanitis plays it around to Gallatin. Up to McGuire at center. McGuire's going to chip it in, and Cheveldayoff makes his way down after Bernard Docker. He loosened it up on the backboards. Over comes Hemstrom on Gurionov. Gurionov, though, cleanly to Beauregard. Underwood stepped up near center. Estapa got it to Gurionov. Back in right side. Arvanitis gloves it, and we'll take our last break. 5:20 remaining in regulation. Mariners looking for one last push.
At M&T Bank, building strong connections with our customers is a top priority, just as we did with Ryan, the president and owner of Mainline Fence.
Everybody at the bank knows everybody here by name pretty much. We are there at least 3 times a week, either for check deposits or notarizations, which is nice to have a local branch that can help us with those. They're there for all our needs.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together.
Member FDIC.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
Hi, this is Jacob Hudson, forward for your Maine Mariners, and you're tuned in to the Mariners Broadcast Network, powered by Mixler and FloHockey.
.520 left here in the third period. Jacob Hudson, it's his goal that has the Mariners with life. Power play goal at 6:25 of this third after the Lions scored 3 consecutive goals to quiet the Cross. A Lions win would keep their elimination number at 8, which is the best you can hope for when you're on the outside looking in. But it would still be 9 points behind Adirondack for the final playoff spot. Still would be a severely uphill climb. Martin back at the line. Long wrister goes wide of the net. Gravel moves up. And this is going to pop to Sebastian Vidmar, who got it out, but right on the stick of Gravel. LaFerriere, left side, pulls up at the circle. Broken up by Lampa. Good read there. Here's Perreault coming back. 2 points in the game for Perreault. Right side, wrister, and that'll go wide of the net. Nielsen holds it in there. Down low for Vidmar. Vidmar to the slot. Perreault over his stick, but held at the line by Underwood. He'll toss it through. Perreault had fallen down. It hit him. Back up to the line for Nielsen. Keeps it in. Whips it to the slot. Vidmar turns. Got it in front to Lampa. Jones the save, and he covers. Perreault right in the goal mouth, looking for yet another rebound. Well, this line again, they are connecting. Doing a great job finding each other. Vidmar and Lampa gone way back as far as their time together. On a line, often with Linus Hemstrom. Face off back in the Lions' end. 4:38 to go. Mariners have been knocking on the door. I mean, in this third period, they've got 9 shots. Detroit 7. Fuller tips it back to Sorensis. Dunlap chips it to the blue line. That's held in by Andreev. Taken back by Fuller. Along the wall, knocked down by Venuto. Venuto trying to gather it in the slot. It's out of the zone as Underwood did all he could, but ran out of room. Hudson will push it back in. Venuto heading down after Fuller. Hudson follows into the corner, spins it off his body. Andreev at the line, couldn't hold it in. Bizier breaking back down the wing. Bizier floats it in front of the net. It was between Dunlap and Dufort. Dufort leaves it to Dunlap now. Back to the point. Gravel moves in and shoots, and that'll deflect wide. Gravel after it again. Bellamy on the backboards. Gravel spins it around, right point. Dunlap shakes away from Venuto. Wrists it off the mask of Arvanitis in behind. That kind of shook Arvanitis a little bit. Bizier works up the boards, gets it back down low. Bellamy steps in front of Dufort. About 3.5 minutes remain in the third period, and the Lions lead by 1. Lions try to come back across the line with Bizier, dropped it to Dufort, turning, Adams Moises, stopped by Arvanitis. He's trying to gobble up the rebound. It's loose at the side of the net. Bodies piling in there like crazy as Ellison got knocked out of the way by Bizier. The puck played with a high stick. Boy, Arvanitis made the big save on Adams Moises, and then it was Scramble City down to his right. 3:14 to go in the third. Faceoff will be right back at center ice. Well, if the Mariners had been playing like this, at least offensively, since the game began, they wouldn't have to worry about this. But they got off to such a poor start, even though they led 1-0. They allowed the Lions to hang around. That's the bottom line here. And then Trois then finally got some momentum. Still time. Gallatin back in. Jordan right side. Into Gallatin. Drives in. Couldn't get a shot off. Nice little give and go. Jordan and Gallatin there. Gloved away by the Lions, but held by Cronin. He's upended. It's cleared to center. Gallatin recovers with that puck in his feet. That was skill by Gallatin. Nielsen moves it back up to Cronin. Tipped it in on the right side. We are inside 3 minutes to play in regulation. Charles Martin dangerously navigating up the middle. Held at the point. Jordan right circle. Shot is blocked. It'll sail into the netting in the corner. Now the Mariners are consistently getting scoring chances here. The Lions are really kind of sitting back. And it makes you wonder, if you're Rick Kowalski, do you wait a little bit to pull Arvanitis? .241 to go. Still a little early, but won't be much longer, most likely. Lampa versus Beauregard. 19 versus 91 on this draw. 91 wins it. Banked off the glass and out. Gallatin to Nielsen. Moved it quickly for Perreault. Dropped it back to Gallatin. He will shoot it in. Jones watches, then lets his defense play with Gravel. Given away by the Lions. Backhanded out in front by Lampa. Now he'll fire it toward the goal. Clubbed by Jones again. 2:22 to go. Kowalski has his timeout if he wants to use it at some point as well. Arvanitis still in the net. That was shot number 28 on Hunter Jones. Again, Jones' last 2 starts has been very up and down. He had a shutout, a 31 save shutout of Tulsa 1 week ago, last Wednesday, and then Friday gave up 5. Lions lost 5-3 after coming back from a 3-0 deficit. And Gaudreau played on Sunday. The 5-3 game was Saturday, sorry. Gaudreau played Sunday, they lost in overtime, and that is how the Mariners clinched their playoff spot. Andreev ejected from the faceoff, bringing Hudson in. Arvanitis still in his net. Mariners win the faceoff anyway. Andreev to the point. Orgel lets it go. That's scooped up by Jones. But this is what you want if you're the Mariners here. Just keep pushing. Keep the draw in the Lions zone. Keep winning faceoffs. Take it second to second here if you can. The clock is at 2:18. Faceoff on the other side of Jones now. See if Andreev can pull this one back. Bizier, his opponent on the draw. Sorensis along the wall. Andreev piles down there. Fuller with it in behind the net. Around for Dunlap. He'll get it out of the zone. Dufort sends it across. Disrupted by Orgel. Hudson will gather it in. Venuto chips it in deep. 2 minutes remaining. Arvanitis is out beyond the hash marks, waiting for the official call. Mariners probably want fresh legs before they pull him. Down low, Andreev and Venuto really battling. Hudson involved as well. Orgel pinching, it works. Hudson down low, below the goal line, centered. Ooh, a good idea, but the pass just off pace for Venuto. Back at the line, Gallatin couldn't get the shot through. And now as Dufort carries back, he looks ahead for Dunlap. Gallatin jumps in there to strip it away. Pushed in down low. Dufort in the corner, checked by Orgel, 1.5 minutes remaining. And the Mariners probably going to want to change. Andreev stays on the ice. He's joined by Perreault. Arvanitis heads off. Mariners turn it over. Arvanitis trying to back up. And Adams Moisan just gave the puck away and then collides with Poulin. Orgel with the puck. He's been out a while. So is Andreev. Andreev will shoot it in. There goes Arvanitis again. He's off the ice. Martin will ring it around. It'll bounce to the line. Flipped back to Gallatin. Last minute of play in the third. Perreault runs into Poulin. Mariners still with the puck. Over here to Gallatin. Right wing side, shot in by Lampa. Hunter Jones stops it. Sends it around the glass. Lampa trying to get it to Andreev. Lions trying to take time off the clock by holding it on the boards as we're down to 40 seconds remaining. Lampa and Gallatin reaching in there for the Mariners, trying to get it out from under Poulin. Gloved along the point by Perreault, but it's knocked out of the zone. Nielsen back to cover up at the Mariner line. Got to regain entry. Lampa whips it across into the middle. Taken by Adams Moisan. He'll clear the zone again. Down to 20 seconds to go. Nielsen back on it. Fans on the pass. Now up ahead, tipped in by Jordan. Down into the corner. Quickly to it is Cronin. Got it out in front of the net. It was loose. The Lions clear. Time's going to run out. The only question is, can they get the empty netter? LaFerriere had it knocked away. Trois wins this one 3-2. Well, it's a win the Lions needed. And they'll still have a very uphill climb to try to make a miracle playoff run. But they steal this one. They trailed 1-0 at the end of 2. And they hand the Mariners their first regulation loss when leading after 2 this season. We'll come back to wrap this one up. Mariners cannot complete a perfect homestand. They fall 3-2 tonight.
At M&T Bank, building strong connections with our customers is a top priority, just as we did with Ryan, the president and owner of Mainline Fence.
Everybody at the bank knows everybody here by name pretty much. We are there at least 3 times a week, either for check deposits or notarizations, which is nice to have a local branch that can help us with those. They're there for all our needs.
See what banking together can do for you at mtb.com/together.
Member FDIC.
Whether your home team is in Worcester or Portland, you can count on the certified automotive professionals at VIP Tires and Service to be your go-to. At VIP, we have a promise. We'll treat you with respect, give you the best service possible, and get you back on the road soon and safe. And if it's tires you're looking for, we'll not only beat anyone's price, we'll give you back double the difference between our price and theirs. From tires to timing belts and everything in between. Turn to VIP.
Today's the day, it's once a year. A check for me, 'cause I'm a millionaire. A brand new game, millionaire for life. A $5 ticket was the winning prize. You love the odds, it's so easy to play. A chance to win every single day. Today's the day, let's celebrate.
Millionaire for Life by the Maine Lottery. A chance to win $1 million every year for life. Keep it fun, play responsibly.
Are you tired of renting? Feeling overwhelmed by today's real estate market? At the Moulton Group Real Estate Brokering and Appraising, we get it, and we're here to help.